Everybody
Here we
ready?
go. Yeah, we're ready,
All
I
right.
think.
So, I'm not even going to make this long. I don't need to. Last session, y'all had a big old combat, fought Kuzma. Kuzma teleported away, and when you went to give chase, you found a certain fire genasi. And a certain fair Jasper holding Kuzma by the throat.
Lovely.
Up
lovely.
above the roof as he stands on it, flaming warhammer in hand. As he looks Kuzma in the eye, whose face you cannot see, he looks around as several kobolds begin to drop down their weapons and just kind of create a berth around the building he's standing on to watch.
Oh god, these people. God, these kobolds are.
gosh.
Did
He
kobolds
looks
watch him?
around and sees you, the group,
The three of us.
and gives, well,
No,
te-
four.
technically Nowhere's also there, but you know.
The four of us.
Looks at the four of
It's
you
the two of us.
and
Thank
gives.
you, reminder.
Can make
Bruh.
it.
I was thinking about that. I wasn't gonna do it.
My reminder went off again. Get Doc Googly Eyes in all caps.
He looks at the four of you with one last look of like a questioning look of like, is this okay?
God damn, what the frick?
What do we do?
I'm giving you one chance if you want to do anything about this.
I want to try and talk to Jasper.
Okay.
Can I do it? Okay.
What do you say?
I had this prepared, but now I can't do it.
Oh my
I
god.
had this prepared.
Go. I'm encouraging you. You can do it. You can do it.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay.
Do it for us.
I'm encouraging you.
Cole kind of steps up in front of the group and looks at Jasper. Listen, you can't do it like this. I know what it's like to fight for your land, for your home. But if you're going to do it like this, it's not going to end up good. The only thing that's going to happen is ruin. Trust me, I know. Can't do this. Not like this.
Let's.
Dramatic.
I agree.
Make
You
a
know
persuasion check.
what?
Persuasion check? Oh, God.
Persuasion check. This is the worst thing for Cole to do. He's not the one with the charisma.
The only one here without a high charisma. The singular.
Anyone else? Anyone
Agony.
else?
Can I help?
Wait, I
What do
do
you
have
say?
my inspiration, so...
You could, if you add something meaningful to this discussion, I'll let you call it the help action and give Cole advantage.
God, I got roleplay.
Okay, so Ivana kind of like walks next to Cole and she kind of like nods in agreement with him and she says, "This is not going to help anything, I think too. I agree with Cole. I think that fighting violence with more violence is just going to cause even more violence.
Fire with fire.
And honestly, I think that the best thing for all of us to do is for all of us to put down our weapons."
All right. Cole, make a persuasion check with advantage.
Okay.
And if you somehow manage to roll bad both times, then you still have your inspiration. So
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, duty 20.
you basically get 3 shots at this roll.
What's
Oh,
a
that's
nat
called
20?
Oh, hold on.
Yo, that's what
What's a nat 20?
All right. Who needs inspiration? Who needs it? Technically, that was your first roll. You wouldn't have even needed the advantage.
Let's go.
Please roll in the
Yeah,
dice
please
spot
roll in the
chat.
dice
Oh, wait.
spot for future.
That was...
For the listeners, we got a 20 and a 9.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I switched to call chat for a
Because
second.
I know that you listeners are here now. Hi Nar. Hope you're
Oh
having a
god,
good
we have
time drawing. whether
we
you're
have
drawing.
viewers.
We
This is a performance
Oh,
now,
no.
boys.
I'm sorry for the
Anyway.
past. Okay, as the cameraman, I'm sorry for the past recordings and their crap audio. I'm sorry.
All right, moving along. Jasper, looks at you, and you see kind of like the fire burning quite brightly right now across his head. There's a brief flash of blue before it subsides and cools down to a low. He takes Kuzma and throws Kuzma down as the body slides off the roof, lands in front of you. Kuzma is beaten, bloodied, and unconscious, but alive.
Thank God.
Okay. Hi.
Thank the gods.
And Jasper looks around at all the kobolds that were watching. And I'll do you too if you don't get out of here. Let me actually roll an intimidation check just to see. Why not?
Yo. Jasper.
I can't believe I got a nat 20.
You
Well,
really
it's
got it.
a 17 total. Not as good as Doc. Not as good as Cole, but you know.
Yeah.
Kobolds kind of begin to scatter. Some going into the forest, some going out to the beach, some heading straight for the cave. And they're all beginning to disperse.
Thank God. Okay. At least that's dealt with.
Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Okay. Well.
Now we got an unconscious
That
Kuzma,
happened.
so we have to deal with this situation.
Oh God. What the?
What do we
Jasper kind of slides down the roof, lands next to the body, puts away the warhammer, which, as you can see, as he doesn't have like a sheath, he just has like a hook on his hip. As he puts it on his hip, the fire of the warhammer goes out.
Damn. How
Okay.
strong.
So what now?
I think we should just probably. I don't know if we have some sort of jail or anything, but maybe we should have Kuzma locked up for a bit until things calm
For now.
down. Yeah.
We don't have a jail, but we do have an old warehouse. I don't think gets much use.
I just
Yeah.
realized something.
We can use that.
Do we also put the
Well,
wolves
you-
there?
Smith.
Also, where did wolves come out from an island? It's an island. What? I'm sorry. I just realized that this is all on an island. Wolf. What?
I assume that the
Nature.
wolves are
I will say, based on what you've seen, it's a pretty big island that has like kind of its own like little kind of mini ecosystem going on.
I assume they're from native to the island.
Okay.
Assumably, yeah.
I'm sorry. I've only been in
Shush.
tropical.
Suspension of disbelief.
Shush. Plot. Yeah.
I need to make the encounter harder. Shush. It was too easy with just the kobolds.
Yeah. Alright. I think we should probably just take Kuzma to this warehouse and maybe tie her up and we can try and talk
that's
to
the
her.
second time we tied her up this week. We've only been
Tie
here
it up
for like.
to electric boogaloo.
Also, maybe we
Because,
should get Doc. He's kind of just
Oh yeah, let's go.
in
let's-
an
let's get a good
abandoned.
look
Yeah,
at
let's
that.
go get Dog.
I wouldn't say
Oh.
abandoned. He's just kind of like in a house. Doc, wake
Jasper
wake.
kind of just picks up Kuzma, kind of puts her over the shoulder.
Damn,
I'll
you're
meet you.
strong.
Yeah, I'm a blacksmith. It's what I do for a living.
I'm weak. Either way.
Yeah, I could tell. Anyway,
Hi.
I'm gonna head over to the warehouse.
Wow.
You guys can see me.
Alright,
I've
we'll
got
meet you
some-
there.
That's rude.
Alright.
That's
Thank
rude.
you, Jasper.
No problem. Kind of starts making his way off.
He's gone, right?
Oh wait, isn't Arya here?
Uh, Arya is also here, who's been kind of standing there, kind of watching the situation unfold. You get the idea that this is not like something that she's just like based on like the look on her face. She's not particularly surprised by this, but she's just kind of thinking right now.
Oh, hi, Miss. Ivana kind of turns to Arya and gives her a wave.
Kind of like gets snapped out of like lost in her own thoughts. Oh, hello. Yes. Well, that was interesting, wasn't it?
Yeah, are you all right?
Oh, I'm fine.
That's good.
Are you alright?
I think
Not
Yes,
much
we're
here, but
okay.
I think that some of us are alright. I'm honestly more worried about the rest of the townsfolk than myself.
oh yes, of course.
Dude, you have a bite mark in your arm.
Shh, we don't talk about it.
Still.
Cole healed me last time. I'm fine.
She'll be fine. I hope the healing was enough, though.
It's fine. Yeah, it doesn't really hurt anymore. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, yeah, what now?
You're waiting patiently for Ash to respond.
We're an awkward married couple. We need help.
well, if you mean what now for me, I mean, now that this situation seems to be mostly handled, I'm probably going to go back to the Kobold Cave, talk to them a little bit, and then I'm gonna get back on my ship and be on my way.
Do you need any help with that? Thank you for all your help. Really, we appreciate
Oh,
it.
it's no trouble. I do it just because I enjoy it, really.
Good. Yeah.
Also, there's some fascinating notes to add to my research. I didn't realize that they could organize the way they did. I mean, I suppose you didn't see it, but they had a surprisingly coordinated offensive. And while, of course, I have spells to deal with such things, if there wasn't a caster here, then things could have gone very different today. And I think if you weren't here, things could have gone very different today. And now I guess it's my turn to thank you.
Well, it's no problem. I mean, we're here too, so obviously we wanted to help out. Well, we're not from here, but we're here. So.
We're here.
Yeah. We need to go get Doc, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably for the best. Well, we'll see you later, Miss. Thank you again.
Goodbye,
Sorry.
brave research lady.
Yes, thank you. It's Aria. You can call me Velvet first.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
I guess we're just gonna go get Doc.
Yeah.
All right, you
Bye,
head over
Aria.
back to the house that you head back over to the
I
house.
kind
that
of want to
Doc was in.
apologize for saying I would stalk her.
It's not too late.
But I feel like that's awkward. Like, hey, I don't know
Yeah,
if you remember me, but like, I
That
kind of like
was
joked about stalking you. Like, that's kind of awkward, you know?
It's kind of awkward.
Yeah.
We're all really awkward. We're all like nervous sweating, I imagine. I love how we're like a really high charisma party, but yet all of us are just like
Yeah.
totally awkward. We're just like
We're just awkward nerds.
yeah.
Yeah, we're playing D&D.
Just
What
like
do you
real life,
expect?
baby.
Yeah.
Anyway, you head your way over to Doc. It doesn't take that long. It's like
I poke
it
him.
was like a 30-second run. It's more of like a 2-minute walk.
Yeah.
Heading over there, you can see the door is still unlocked, but it looks like it's been moved. You get the idea that now that things have cooled down, the family that lives in this household has come back.
It's gonna be left to know.
Oh,
We left. Okay.
The door's been left open for what it's worth.
Okay, so
I'm just gonna approach and like lightly knock on the door as I open it.
no, it's
So
already
that we can
open.
go
You just
in.
like
As I push it open, yeah, because it's already
You
open.
knock on the open door.
yeah.
Hello.
Hi, we left
Hi.
our friend.
Are you the ones who left your
Hello.
friend here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, so we apologize for that.
Yeah, we're sorry.
I
It's
go.
all right.
Where is Doc's body? I want to poke him.
No,
As you walk in, you see this this kind of like long gray-haired halfling with just kind of like this very simple clothes on, a little bit torn in the chaos.
Yeah.
It's got like a scratch across her left cheek, not from the battle, but seems to be an old scar. Who actually is like just at the kettle making tea. Kind of like sees you come in and turns around. Yes, your friend is right there.
Thank you for taking care of him. We're sorry to just leave him in your house.
Yes.
Well, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't surprised. But
Yeah. I
in a
imagine
time
that
of
would
chaos like this, I can't really complain.
Yeah. I imagine it would be kind of scary to see somebody like our friend here in your home.
Yes, of course. I mean, have you seen his face?
What?
No, we actually haven't. I
Well,
mean,
no, we haven't seen what's under the mask, but we've seen
Oh, it's,
with the mask on,
well,
obviously.
I couldn't help but pry.
oh God.
Oh.
I,
Ooh.
perhaps he wouldn't like me speaking. I'll leave it at that. But just know
He
that his
definitely
secret
won't
is
like
safe.
that.
Yeah, please don't.
Okay.
We'd rather not hear it. Thank you, though. All right, let's go grab Doc. Is Doc good? Is he still passed out?
So we go.
Oh, he's still passed out.
Okay.
It's
I
been
poke
like
him.
10 minutes.
I poke him. I like.
Someone needs to wake him up.
Oh wait.
Uh,
No,
Oh,
my
wait.
heart.
Can I okay, you know how in like shows and stuff they use water to like wake people up from unconsciousness? Can I use
I had
that?
to
No.
stop myself from saying
That's-
anything.
Rule has written he would
no.
need to be magically healed because he is still technically at 0 hit points.
I poke
I
him.
have
I
cure
just keep on
wounds.
poking him.
Yeah, Boyd needs to do something since I can't pour water on it.
Okay, I'll use cure wounds
That's
again.
my first instinct to just pour
All
water on
right, so mark off that spell slot. And remember, you haven't gotten any kind of rest since last session, so just keep that in
Yeah,
mind.
I think he has one more, right?
Yeah, that might be your
one
last
more.
spell slot for the day. Is that first or second level?
I'm gonna. I'll make it a first level.
Okay, then I'll roll 1d8 plus your wisdom modifier, and that's
Okay.
the amount of healing that Doc gets.
I keep on poking him.
Hey, we
Don't
got
poke him.
You sure are poking Doc.
Yeah, leave.
I'm just like poking his
Alpha, leave
arm.
him alone.
You are poking with a fury and a vigor.
Alpha, leave
If there was an
alone.
Olympic medal for poking,
Alphon, please leave Doc
Oh my
alone.
god. Alphon, stop that.
Please.
all right. So what's your wisdom modifier?
I hover my
Boyd?
finger, not touching Doc, but like right there.
I'm just gonna lightly slap Alphon's hand away.
6. Okay.
Shoot. Yeah,
I'm doing the I'm not
Alphon.
touching you thing.
leave.
11.
Alphon,
Wait, what?
stop that.
Wait,
Oh
plus
wait, is it
11.
not that number?
That's
No,
what's
that's...
your wisdom
Hold on.
score?
What's your
Oh
mod?
oh wait, no, that's wrong. That's wrong.
What's your wisdom
Should
score?
be a 9. Wisdom is 4 then.
Your wisdom's plus 4.
Nothing
Yeah, then
else
it's
wrong.
9. That makes sense.
Yeah, that makes
All
sense.
right. So Doc, as Cole places his hand onto, let's say, your shoulder, you feel like this surge of energy, like surge through you, and suddenly you're awake. Mass a little bit more displaced than you would like.
Doc, are you okay? Oh no.
I should say that was relatively minor healing for you. Like your bones are still aching. You're not having a great day right now.
You guys,
Are you alright?
Okay?
Spud, are you gonna make more goblin noises?
please don't.
More goblin-
Little did everyone know, Doc is just 3 goblins in a trench coat.
Oh god, your face is terrible. It's a goblin.
You might want to fix her mask.
For some minor context about the goblin noises, after last session, me, Alphon, and Spud stayed after, and Spud kept making goblin noises. It's so funny. It was wonderful.
Yeah, Doc, you might want to fix your mask. It's a little
Uh-oh.
Oh, weird.
We didn't touch it.
We didn't touch it. We didn't touch it.
You hear like the old lady like call out while making her tea. I did.
You what?
That old lady did.
Man.
You are
Who said
horrifying.
Oh, that's rude. Poor
We're so sorry.
She like comes out with like a
I
tiny little
cannot
ornate tea
confirm nor
kettle. She's
deny
like
if
very
this is
small and
true.
like she's very small and has like a very welcoming frame and like walks up and like places a little cup of tea on the table. Here, some tea. I made it with milk. It'll help your bones.
Don't you have like a?
Just turn away. Turn around. Just go somewhere
Don't
else
you
to
have
drink
like a bowl underneath your mask for drinks and stuff? Can't you like drink
Do
that?
you? Do you have a straw?
Pardon?
Wait, yeah. Wait, does Doc have a straw?
Yo, I don't have a straw on me, but
Someone
Oh,
get a
no.
tube. Someone get a tube.
give me two.
So like
Someone
you could
needs
slurp.
someone needs to get a straw. Oh no.
You know what? Let me roll for straw.
Oh no.
I love this freaking campaign. I love this
All
campaign.
right, 13.
13 for straw. Yo.
You got a straw?
Roll for straw.
She like thinks to herself and says, "I think I have something that could work." Yes. And like goes back to like the tea counter and grabs like this little like little like wooden stirrer that she has that happens to be hollow on the inside. It's very thick for a straw,
Why do you
but then
have
like
this?
walks back over and just like sticks it in the tea. It's much too big for the cup, but it is technically functional.
It is a straw. It works. Doc,
It's a
you can
very
have it.
large
Straw-like.
It will work.
It's
Thank
straw.
Thank you.
It's like if you like took a stick from the woods and just like hollowed it out in the middle.
you. Mm-hmm.
God.
This will do.
Straw
This will
is straw. Straw is straw. It will
Straw
work.
is straw. You
Straw
can't
is
be picky in this economy.
That is true. Yeah, why don't you should relax a little bit, Doc. Once you're done with your tea, we could probably get going. We figured out the whole Kuzma
Oh,
situation.
it's a halfling sized cup of tea. This is like 2 gulps.
Yeah,
You
it didn't take you too long.
It's a halfling cup.
Yeah,
Doc just
especially
chugs
for
it
someone as
down.
big as Doc.
Like rapid slurping.
You feel like you're like
rapid
taking
slurping.
you feel like you're taking like a shot glass amount of tea through a straw, maybe a little bit more. Just like one very aggressive like
Oh
slurping
god.
sound.
No,
I don't know
imagine
how
that.
to I don't know how to make a slurping sound, all right? You can't blame me for that. Oh, I don't know. All right, we get the point.
Okay.
The tea is gone in an instant.
Mhm.
That was okay.
Gone.
The lady's like, "All right, well, I hope you enjoyed your stay. Now, please get out of my house."
Okay,
Yes,
thank
um,
you.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye,
Thank
old
you, miss.
lady.
Thank you, miss.
Much appreciated.
Bye.
Alright, we're leaving. Let's leave. Let's
Be
leave.
gone.
Let's leave.
Okay.
I'm going.
Doc,
Yes.
give me a perception check.
Oh god damn it.
No! No!
Damn it, freaking!
Oh, what's
Are
gonna
you
happen?
kidding me? Another what the frick? Why is it every old lady that we meet might be a hag? Freaking why?
rude
Every
to
single
She's a
one.
hag.
Every
It is
Just give me a
rude to
single.
say she's a
perception check.
hag. It is
Just
rude
give me a
This better not be
just give
another
me a
hag,
perception
gosh.
check. Don't think too hard about it. Just
Okay.
roll the die.
We are thinking too hard about it.
Do not think too hard about it.
When
It's
the
fine.
last old lady that we got gave us freaking a cursed mask, I think you have to roll D one
It's-
D.
Sorry.
it's-
Oh god, I'm
Roll
tired.
1d20.
Whoops. I'm stupid.
No, it's
Yeah,
fine.
you are.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
15.
Hold on,
Okay.
hold on. Perception, where the hell is it? There. 18. It's on 18.
All right. I'm
Oh my
just
god.
gonna DM this to you.
Oh god. Okay.
Oh, I'm scared.
Oh.
The
I'm
last time
scared.
we got something from an old lady, it was cursed. So
Let's
that made me a
go.
bit skeptical. Freaking
Let's go. I think we're already out of the
Skeptical.
house, I think. We're already out of the house at
Skeptical.
this point, I
All
assume.
right.
yeah. We can still go back and stab her.
No, we're not going to go back
No.
to anybody.
Okay, you don't have to spam our
No,
DM.
no, no.
No, stop.
Was it good or bad? I don't
What
know.
happened?
Oh my god.
What,
Damn it.
what
That's
happened?
it. As you're walking out of the house, what do you
I
want to
hate,
do?
I hate, I hate. God damn it.
Is it bad?
What
I'm guessing it's
happened?
bad.
Oh my
You can
god.
tell them if you
Is it a
want.
peepee?
Can I tell
Is
them?
it a peepee that you see?
You can tell them if you want. There's nothing stopping you.
God.
What's going on?
Guys,
Dog-
You're
guys,
not like psychically compelled.
there is something weird about her. To her, did her fingers look a little weird?
Did
to
she,
you?
was she double jointed?
What?
Was it? Yeah.
Was it? I don't know. I couldn't tell.
I don't remember.
I'm a little groggy from
I
waking
don't.
up, but
God, what happened? What did the tea do? What
Oh.
happened?
Are you okay?
Are you alright?
Are you part of the
I-
curse
I-
squad now?
am I? What?
I
What does
don't
that
know.
mean? What does that mean?
Are you
Uh,
cursed?
I think he's.
Am I?
Uh,
No. Yeah.
What is
I don't know.
happening?
Oh my god.
Hold on, wait.
No.
I can we?
I don't
don't.
feel.
Hold on,
cursed.
wait. Was her fingers double jointed or triple
The-
jointed? I don't know.
I don't know. They
It was
look
double
long.
Were
If
they
it- if
long? I remember she had long hair. She was a halfling, but like the person at the store, she. I don't think that was her. I think I would have recognized her.
You said
Yeah,
she
well,
was
didn't you?
right?
You said you didn't
Wasn't the
remember
whole
her
thing-
face.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah.
that was her face. I remember that she had like a big old hunch. So she wasn't a I don't think she was a halfling.
Yeah. Well,
Shapeshifter?
God, wait.
I mean, didn't her whole store disappear or
It
something?
did,
Maybe
yes,
she
it
wasn't
did,
real?
and I asked Jasper. Jasper said he never found a mask shop, so something's iffy there. But like, also, I don't know. I don't think that was her though. It either was her and she's wearing a disguise, or I'm an idiot and it was her,
Let's
or it
let's
wasn't her.
just. As long
we're
as
being
some of one
paranoid.
of us isn't like dying, I think it would be the
Yeah.
best if we just
What
moved
did the
on.
tea do? You didn't tell us.
It's just
Doc,
tea.
you
I
feel
think
fine.
Oh God.
it was just tea.
Then why
The
are
tea
you
was like a
acting
little bit
so?
was
Why
like
are you acting
the tea
so
was not
concerned?
like that well made. It was just like like old lady tea where it's not like sweetened enough, and it's just like it's just like not as good as it could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
I
seems
mean,
like just crappy tea.
Okay, let's calm down. I
Okay,
don't think that
okay.
was her. Yeah.
Let's just go. Yeah, let's just go.
Oh.
Honestly, I think we're blowing this way out of proportion. I think what's best is that we just go.
I'm so
We said that we were
Okay.
going to go meet up with Jasper. Oh wait,
out
let
of
me explain to
character. I'm
Doc
so
what he meant.
I'm out of character.
Oh.
I thought T did something. I don't know what.
I'm scared.
Oh,
Doc.
no.
Oh
We
wait, Doc.
didn't ask show you.
Yeah.
I don't like that she looked at me. I don't like that she saw. I don't.
Oh
I
yeah,
feel-
because she saw your face.
That's
I don't like.
annoying.
This is why I don't do this.
I feel like we're spending way too much time on
Yeah,
this.
we're
and on
definitely
this we
circling
just
around
need
the
to move
T,
on.
but also
Okay,
weird old lady is
I just
shifty
want to
as
go.
frick.
I
just
seriously
don't
just
like.
want to move on.
The party just doesn't like old ladies now.
The BBEG is just the CEO of old ladies.
And
Yo.
also, and the CEO is an old lady who's also the runner of
the
Mimics.
CEO of McDonald's is also an old lady.
Yeah.
Oh no, big mimic.
Mimics.
Oh yeah, that reminds
Is that
me.
what
I
we're
have a
really going
reminder
with? Are
that
we
says
going with
find
McMimics?
Mimics.
I'd like to call
Yes,
it
we're going
mimic.
with mimics.
Okay, I guess
I feel
That
like we're
reminds
maybe
me.
I'll
wasting
come
time.
up with
My reminder is to find Mimics.
All right.
And
Anyway, are
Halloween
you guys
costumes,
just
so
gonna
that's
go
different.
like and meet up with Jasper again?
Yeah, by
Yes.
the way, I'm gonna quickly explain what happened to Doc. I mean, what Doc missed.
Yeah.
Yeah, while you were out, Doc, we ended up going off to go find Kuzma, and we met up with Jasper.
We don't have to actually do the talk. We can just do like a fade to black.
Yeah, but whatever. Ivana explains what happened to Doc.
Yeah, it's just like, so about what happened, fade to black, and that's what happened. Yes, very interesting.
I'm
yes,
just
very
imagining Ivana
insightful.
talking Doc's ear off about what happened because I feel like she talks a lot.
Very
Doc
insightful in
is
what
just, like,
happened, yes.
Doc is just like half asleep, like groggy from waking up, and Ivana's just talking his ear off.
Yeah, Doc, you get the general gist of what went down.
Kuzma's I think Kuzma's
Yeah.
alive, just passed out and just fell
Kuzma's
onto
alive. She's being tied up.
Okay, well, I still don't know how to feel about Kuzma.
me either.
Honestly, yeah, me too. I'm really conflicted. The only reason that I really kind of, I mean, like, I trusted Cole's opinion, but at the same time, I'm not sure if this is the best option. You know? Like, I want to trust my friends. I trust my friends' opinions, but it's just, I am worried that Kuzma might escape and do this all over again, and more people are going to get hurt. Honestly, I'm not even sure.
Yeah.
Ivana, you are very naive, in my opinion. Don't take this as a full-on insult, because it's nice that you have your innocence. But also, it's just not the best thing to have all the time.
Innocence is a strong word to describe me.
Well, maybe it's the wrong word. Maybe it's the right word. I'm not sure.
I would never use that word to describe me.
Anyway.
Anyway, depressing lore moment. Depressing lore moment aside.
As you guys were walking and talking, you got to the warehouse. It's just kind of like this oversized wooden building. Looks like it hasn't been used in a couple years. There's like some paint that's
because someone has definitely died here.
It's not scary. Like there's like cracks in the walls, but it's just like sun gazing through. The whole building seems to have been like overtaken by nature just a little bit.
Yeah.
There's kind of like vines and flowers coming up the side. You can see what looks like what once may have been a chimney, but is now just kind of a pile of brick.
Funky.
Hey.
Oh wait, I just got a response from Ricky.
Oh.
Moose.
He was cleaning his floors.
Oh, okay.
Floor moment.
I'm just yelling at him to join, so I think he's gonna come join us in a minute here. Anyway, let's continue.
Nowhere.
Nowhere.
Nowhere,
Right.
somewhere.
Yeah, and on the warehouse is just like a very simple door that's been left open.
Okay. I don't know how secure this place is, but I mean it will work.
Yeah, doesn't look.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I mean it works. I think
It's a place.
Yeah. It's a place. I guess that is the best way to describe it. Let's go inside and meet up with Jasper. Maybe when Kuzma wakes up, we can try and talk her down. I don't know.
I hope we can.
Yeah.
Walking inside, it's very simple. It's like plain wooden floors. It looks like the inside looks less like a warehouse and more like a barn, really, where it's kind of dusty. There's kind of like what looks to have been at some point pens or like stands. It's got a very like simple. This place was constructed simply and just hasn't been used. There's really not too much else to say. But on the other end, there's several poles that kind of like go down the middle, to like maintain the structure and make sure it's stable. And tied to the last pole with Jasper nearby is an unconscious Kuzma, who's been tied with arms behind the back to the pole. The stomach area also has a rope around it. And you can actually see a rope that is kind of like loosely You can see a rope that's like very loosely tied around the neck just to make sure Kuzma cannot like get away from this pole.
Okay. Oh,
Mhm.
Also,
muted.
Kuzma's armor has been removed and is now like cast to the side along with the mace.
Oh. good
Hey,
to know.
nowhere, your mace.
Anyway,
Nowhere
Hey,
you
who
muted.
is?
It's not
it's
his
okay.
mace.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
We waited for a little while, but then just decided to start without you
Yeah.
because
You
know.
didn't miss
It's
much.
fine. It was only like it was only 30 minutes.
We just grabbed
Yeah.
Doc, and then also Kuzma's alive and tied up, and in this warehouse that we're in now.
Yeah,
You were-
basically
Also,
they
it's
talked
really
down
weird.
they talked down Jasper from killing Kuzma, and now
Also,
have
Doc
Kuzma
drinks
tied up in
weird
like an open
tea, and
warehouse.
we are all, and I'm very scared and cautious about
Oh,
that.
that's not important. You don't gotta tell him
still-
about that. That's
I
not
still
important.
shush.
No,
I still feel
That
cautious
doesn't
about
mean
that.
anything.
I'm
Ricky,
so
you are
I
still
don't
muted.
trust
Please
you.
unmute. Ricky, you're muted. Do you
Yeah.
know how to unmute?
Oh, sorry.
There you
Ah, it's
go.
fine.
There you go. Hiya.
Unrelated. It's so fun as a DM that you just get to lie through your teeth all the time.
I know. Shut
I
up.
know.
Mhm.
I'm so scared.
I'm so scared what the tea's going to
swear.
do.
I was so scared when you asked for the perception
Would you
check.
ask for
If you had
perception?
rolled too low, you wouldn't have known at all. So be
Oh, I
thankful.
kind of wish I didn't because goddamn.
I'm so scared.
No
What
way.
is it? You have to. If we don't get to it, you have to tell me after the campaign or something. I'm
No, I
very.
don't.
Damn it. Okay. Never mind.
I don't
But
gotta
still,
tell
I'm
you
still-
shit.
Anyway, we are currently.
Anyway,
I'm so
We are
scared.
nowhere you're present. You haven't done anything. You've just been also there.
You've just been also there this entire time.
Okay. What do you guys want to do as you enter the warehouse?
I assume
Hello.
Kuzma's still passed out. Hey, Jasper.
Oh, Kuzma's still unconscious.
Hello, Jasper.
Thank you for all your help with tying Kuzma up. That looks
Eh.
very.
Well, I wanted to be efficient.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I hit Kuzma pretty hard. It seems like she's gonna be out for a while.
That's good.
That's good.
You
Very
seem
good.
to have scared off the rest of the kobolds too, which is good. I'm not sure how much damage was caused, but
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. Kuzma beat the hell out of me. I am so surprised that worked.
oh wow.
Damn.
Oh,
Are you
Yeah.
okay?
They also beat the hell out of Doc.
Oh, I'll live.
I mean,
Oh
am
yeah,
I wrong?
you're back. You with the
Yeah.
mask, you're back. What happened
Yeah.
there?
It was not a very fun experience. I'll tell you that. Doc almost died.
Doc got mauled by wolves a lot.
I also got mauled by wolves, but I'm okay.
Everyone
Yeah,
got.
well,
I think
hey,
everyone
welcome
got
to the
mauled by
club.
wolves almost.
Hey.
Yeah, I do not.
I also did not.
What was up with the wolves? Really, like they didn't seem like tamed or anything. They were just there. It was really strange.
Maybe they saw the kobolds coming in and thought they could get an easy meal.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well,
I
but then you'd
guess.
think they would like act like scavengers, like they normally would, and like only go for the people that are down. They were like actively attacking people who were still up.
I don't know.
Well, I guess
Maybe-
that's just another question for our friend here.
Damn.
Yeah, we'll have to ask her when she gets up.
Hey, what you do?
Wait, nowhere. You still had that mace in your hand before, didn't you?
Yeah.
Is there
Yeah.
anything?
Speaking of the mace has just been like cast aside. There's like Kuzma's armor, like, and the mace just that Jasper has removed.
Was there anything weird about it? The mace, if you can remember.
It was very old and powerful and green.
Green?
Did I ever say it was green?
Green? Did you say green?
Very
I don't
insightful.
remember it being
Thank you.
green.
It was not green. What did? I'm just this is just a scuffed episode, guys.
It's great.
The great episode.
I got it mixed up with the acid. Don't tell me how. Don't ask me how.
Okay.
I don't like to talk about the acid. Let's not talk about the acid.
Wait,
Okay, well, it's very. I mean, like that dead guy had it, so he must have been old.
Oh yeah, the smear. Forgot about that.
Very, very insightful. Thank you, Nowhere.
Yeah, that was not very helpful, but at least thank you for trying.
It's very. Wait a second.
What?
Well, I mean, didn't he like? Didn't Kuzma use it for like a force field thing or something?
Oh yeah. Wait,
oh,
the force
what's
field.
Oh, is
that?
that what that was?
It's magic, I think.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Oh, really?
I mean that it's kind of obvious.
Really?
I'm tired, you guys. I got mauled by a wolf today. You're gonna feel a bit of
I love just being somewhat
Guys,
mean to her.
I think the funny spike stick is magic.
Why? Oh my god.
Oh my god, this is a glorious campaign.
I love Dungeons and Dragons.
I love Dungeons and Dragons.
I love Dragons and Dungeons.
I
All
love
right,
Dungeons
reel
and
it in.
Dragons.
Reel it in.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, well,
Oh my god.
we
I'm
haven't
sorry.
thought about this.
Wait 1 second. I need to apologize to the audience. I'm sorry if you could hear my parents screaming. That's
Okay.
It's an apology. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It's
Oh,
alright.
yeah. This campaign just keeps getting worse and worse because we're just
It's great and scuffed and great.
Yeah.
There is no in
We're
between.
just.
Yep.
Anyway, so
No, this
I
campaign
guess we have to wait for
is the
Kuzma.
in between
I guess
of
we have to
scuffed
wait-
and great.
I guess we have to wait for Kuzma to wake up. We can't really talk to her when she's out, but I don't know. Maybe that mace had something to do with the whole wolf situation. I mean, Kuzma felt powerful, looked really powerful, so I can imagine they would feel like they, could come in and get a meal. But then again, they were attacking people, so
Yeah, I don't know why they were doing that.
they're probably intelligent enough to tame them, I would think.
Well, they didn't seem that. I don't know. I don't know
Doggies.
animals. I don't know animals.
I mean, they had that cannon, so I think they're
Yeah.
intelligent enough to tame wolves.
Doggies.
Doggies.
No, don't pet the. They're not dogs.
Want to
Please
pet
don't
one?
pet the-
I also want to pet one.
Pet the wolf. Do not pet the wolf.
No!
Teeth are sharp.
I haven't had a dog in years, and when I did, it was just a
Not that
stray.
sharp.
Okay, I
Can we
want a
please
dog.
stop talking about? Oh, are we in character or are we out of character?
Character.
I am in character.
I was in
I
character.
want to
I'm
pet
in character.
the funny wolves.
Sorry.
Let me pet the wolves.
I don't
No
think
way,
I've ever
no
had a
way.
dog. We are just talking about nonsense at this point. I think that we need to figure out a plan.
Mm.
Mm.
So we have this.
I'm still thinking about the tea thing.
Can we not think about the tea?
I'm so suspicious.
You're suspicious of everything, Ellen.
True, but also suspicious.
Yes, of course.
That's suspicious.
You just don't like old ladies. You can just say that,
Wow.
Oh, I don't.
At least Doc's honest.
It's not like I don't like them. It's just I'm suspicious of everyone. You just said that, so especially old ladies. They have so many secrets.
Yeah, I mean that old lady was kind
Why
of.
are we having this conversation?
I don't know what to talk about. Cole, please help me. I don't know.
I don't know how.
I don't know what to do.
Okay,
Oh yeah. I just made a grown woman cry. That's great.
Alphon,
Not
just
crying.
no.
I'm not crying. I'm
Alphon,
not.
just forget about the tea thing for now.
Not forgetting about
It
it
is
ever.
the least of our worries.
Yeah, we'll deal with that another time.
Yeah.
I
Right
don't
now we need to. Kuzma's asleep. We know that, so we can't talk to Kuzma. I mean, Jasper's here, but what do?
Hey, I'm indeed here. I've just been
Hi,
kind of.
Jasper.
I've
That's
just been
fine.
I've just been kind of appreciating the interesting group dynamic that you guys see there.
You mean chaos?
Thanks.
Yes, that. Good word. I like
That's
that.
a good way to describe it.
Yep.
Ugh, I'm so tired.
Dang.
Mm,
I did not sleep last night. I am tired. It's okay. So, what do we do?
We should go get wasted again.
ooh,
No,
I like that idea.
No,
I'm
Who's
kind
here? And we need
you didn't want to drink last time.
Yes, I know. I'm not planning to, but I just don't really want to deal
So
with
then
things.
why do you want us to get drunk?
And I don't want to deal with things.
We do have to deal with things eventually. We might as well do it soon.
Hmm.
Wonder if that lady has any cheese booze left.
Nowhere that's not helpful.
we need
Okay,
to.
well, after we're done with this, we're gonna get scrunkly.
Oh God, what?
No, we are not.
I am friends with a bunch of alcoholics.
Yes, you are.
We will get drunk when this is all dealt
You
with.
know,
We
I'm
not
really
get-
starting to regret having recommended you that tavern now.
Yeah.
You really should have. You really
and I mean
should.
that in the nicest way possible. This is what they're like all the time. This is what it's like.
Uh,
Me
Okay.
and Cole are basically the babysitters to 3 children.
Well,
And
I
mean that
technically,
in the
I mean,
nicest way
I am technically, what, like 19? I don't know if that's classified as a child, but
You're
well,
not
Yeah,
yes,
well,
but the
I'm
others, you
older
have
than
no
you. I'm
excuse.
older.
I am
You're
old enough
damn it.
to drink.
It does
I
not
drank.
matter that you're older than me, dog. You are yourself.
you are yourself.
Yeah, well, you're
Wow.
a babysitter. I nearly died.
You do.
All right. I'm gonna cut in here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jasper.
Thank
Can we
you.
please just stay on topic?
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
right. Yeah.
We just dealt with a full-scale invasion of the town, and we have the leader.
Mm-hmm.
We
What is our next
Mhm.
move?
Oh,
Cheapers.
God.
Honestly, I think that what we need to. Well, Kuzma's asleep right now. I think right now we probably should go and see how everyone's doing. Like check on the townsfolk and see if everyone's
Yeah, didn't a
okay.
couple people get like
And
mauled by
then we need to
wolves?
maybe we could try and fortify. Like if they come back, I'm just saying they might come back for their leader. That's what I'm
Yeah,
worried.
where did they even go?
Probably
They
back to the
probably ran
cave.
off
Don't
back to
know.
the cave. Arya
What I
said
was
she was
gonna
in
say personally, I was gonna actually suggest that maybe now that we have the leader, we could win this war without a fight.
That's true.
I mean, we have
God.
an incredibly powerful bargaining tool right now. I think that we could do something with this.
Oh God.
That is true.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's actually really smart.
That kind
I
of
mean-
leaves a
Maybe-
bad taste in my mouth,
Maybe
but okay.
confiscate that the little
I mean, it's not
spiky-
very nice, but at this point, being nice is not. I don't think is very much of an option. And it's bad for me to say that, but people might have died today,
People probably did.
and I don't think I want
Yeah,
anyone.
I think I heard some guy yelling after that
I
wolf.
think I
went
heard
off.
some guy get mauled by a wolf.
I don't want
He was
anyone
like,
else. to die.
this wolf
So,
eating my life.
If
Rah.
we have to do something bad to protect everybody else, then we might have to. No matter how much that hurts to say.
Yeah.
So, I think right now the best thing to do is to go check on everyone else and see how the townsfolk are doing. We'll do that, Jasper.
I hope Mary's all right.
Here with you, and then some of us can go out and go check on everybody.
Yeah.
And
Okay, how about
Mm-hmm.
what if some people go check through the town and some of us
someday,
go looked at through the cave again to see if we can find anything?
yeah. I mean, Arya said she was going to go talk to the kobolds in the cave. So
All right.
yeah, maybe
Okay.
we could go meet up with her and see if she needs any help. She's stronger than us, but I don't know. I mean, we've already talked to the kobolds before, so maybe we could be of some help.
Yeah.
So who's going where?
Yeah, we need
You're
to
not going with Arya.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not a
She
good
already
idea.
hates your guts.
That's not a
I
good
just wanted to do that.
You said you were going to stalk her, so let's not send Alphon to go to Arya.
Okay.
I personally, I think that me. Wait, now this is hard because I don't really want to. Out of character. This is out of character. I don't want to leave the Chaos Trio by themselves to go check on.
We can't
One
leave
of
the
the-
Chaos
one
Trio.
of the
Come
two
on.
maybe
Me and
should
Nowhere
go
were
to-
fine by ourselves.
But I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave Cole alone with
give
the
me a
Chaos
second.
Trio. I don't want to leave Cole alone with the Chaos Trio. I would feel so bad. Or
Let's think about
I
this.
feel like we can.
Nowhere has a good relationship with the kobolds out of all of us, since cheese. But also
Yeah.
would probably flirt with Arya.
Yeah, so we can't have Nowhere go
But-
by themselves.
Yeah, so Nowhere can't go by themselves. I would say
I
that
could go
Ivana
with-
has the best relationship with Arya.
Yeah.
Alphon's a no
Here's
for both.
Here's my idea. What if Doc and Alphon? Because like I trust Doc to kind of. I don't trust Doc
Oh,
necessarily,
God.
but I trust Doc to just not do anything
Okay,
incredibly stupid. I trust Doc a lot more out of the
Back.
Chaos Trio than Nowhere and Alphon. So
I mean,
Doc and
Nowhere right
Alphon-
now has drugs.
Yeah. So
Nowhere
my
has
idea
drugs.
is, my idea is that Doc and Alphon go and check on people because that's not a very hard job. Then me,
Wow.
Cole,
Okay.
and
Look, I'm weak as all hell. I don't want to.
yeah, I don't
Going
want
to
Doc in the
admit
cave. I really don't want Doc in the cave because
I don't want to. I don't want to fall into another trap.
yeah, if we get
Fair.
trapped, then Doc dies again, and honestly, I don't want to deal with that. So Alphon, Doc, you stay in town, and then me, Cole, and Nowhere can go check up and see if Arya needs any help. I think that's the most
Okay,
logical.
that sounds.
That's the most logical
Yeah,
thing.
that sounds good.
That sounds great.
Sounds
I
like
saw
a-
some
sounds-
Whose phone is
It
going off?
sounds idea.
Yeah.
Sounds-
Okay.
It's
Is
an
it-
idea.
Is that what we
so-
want to do? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah. That sounds
Sure.
good.
All right. I think that's what we're gonna do. Ash.
All right, so I
Ash.
think I'm gonna start with the Ivana Cole Nowhere crew, and
I
then
thought
we'll
you were gonna
get
say
to
Ivana Colt, and I was gonna be like, what?
Yes,
A
Ivana
married
Colt was
couple
there.
and one of their children.
The
yes.
married couple and one of their children.
The middle child finally gets attention.
Hey, there you go.
Hey.
All right, so we've got team siblings and team middle child. So I'm gonna start off with team middle child, and we'll get to team siblings later.
So
Whee!
we
Hey.
say goodbye to Jasper and we go off to go to the cave. I
All right.
assume.
Hi, Mr.
Hi.
It's
Guy.
it's a relatively. I'll see you later.
Uh-huh. We'll be back.
It's all right. I certainly would hope so. Anyway, you guys, it's a pretty brisk walk to the cave, kind of between like the uncertainty of what Arya is doing and like still kind of the slightly not completely died down adrenaline from before. You kind of unconsciously walk kind of quickly, get there relatively fast.
Mm-hmm.
And as you get there, you actually see Arya with pseudo dragon on shoulder, walking out of the caves, looking confused.
Are you okay, Miss?
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
Hi. We didn't see what was going on. Are you all right?
Oh, I'm perfectly fine. The cave is still abandoned, though.
It's still abandoned.
Yes, I thought perhaps they might have come back after everything.
Yeah, I thought they would too. They
Perhaps
must
they
have.
went to another cave.
Yeah.
Maybe they have another cave. Maybe he's got lots of houses, cave houses.
Cave houses.
Cave Town.
They're probably
Cave Town? Yeah, Cave Town.
God damn it.
there's probably they probably have another base set up somewhere since I mean it would be logical if people have already invaded their first base, they would find a new place to stay. After all,
Yes, I suppose you're right.
yeah.
She kind of like looks at her pseudo dragon, kind of gives a little script. Matrix, do you mind doing a little search of the island for me?
Oh, Matrix.
And and the now that you know its name,
I
Matrix,
pissed it off.
the pseudo dragon,
Shut.
kind of like gives a little like, not like a screech. I don't know how to do pseudo dragon noises. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of like a chirping sound, and just kind of like jumps off the shoulder and starts to fly upward.
I'm sorry. One sec. I gotta.
Flies off into the distance.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I'm gonna try to do pseudo dragon noises.
Okay, have fun with that.
Oh no.
I'm not even gonna begin to try.
Yeah, Void's on it. Void's on it with the sound effects today.
Void's got it.
Void's on it with the sound effects today.
Thank you for heightening our immersion, Void.
You're
We
welcome.
appreciate you.
Thank you.
So Matrix kind of flies off, just getting like kind of a good lay of the land. Well, I suppose we'll have some kind of knowledge soon, hopefully.
Yeah. Matrix is a cute name for your pseudo dragon, by the way.
Oh, thank you. It's named after my grandfather.
Oh, interesting.
Oh.
Yeah. Man. It's very cool.
I thought it was neat.
Yeah, I think it's nice. I actually have a pet too, kind of like that.
Oh,
It's a
Oh, you mean Bongo?
yeah, Bongo.
That's adorable. What is Bongo?
Oh,
Uh,
fun.
Go.
If you
Bingo
want to show
bongo,
off
bingo
Bongo, go ahead.
bongo.
oh, he's
Bingo bongo.
I don't really have a lot of an explanation for him, but he's a tentacle from an octopus, I think. I don't. Here, I'm actually gonna quickly
Like-
summon him, but yeah.
She
I'll show you.
looks at you and is like just one, and then like Bongo comes out of the ground. It's like just one tentacle.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's a. That's Bongo.
Bingo bongo.
Bongo.
Bongo like wriggles excitedly.
Oh, there he is. You're
Can,
so
can, he
excited.
eat,
That's
can he eat cheese?
I don't think he
Well,
can
that's-
eat.
Has a mouth.
He can't
interesting.
eat, yeah. Yeah. I don't know where he
You-
comes from, but
You see, she has this look on her face of like trying to like hide like just like surprise, and like there's like 1,000 questions going through her head, and she's just trying to hold all of it back right now.
yeah. I don't really know where he comes from, but I mean, he's here, and I like to give him a name because it makes me feel a little bit better.
Well, that's nice.
Oh. Ivana, I feel like Ivana kind of notices her face and just kind of puts Bongo away. She's like, "Oh, yeah, Bongo, you can go back in now. I'll see you later."
That's
Sound like some
that's
ramen
that's
noodles.
that's the canonical
wait.
Bongo summoning
no,
beast summoning
wait.
noise.
Spot, do goblin noises for Bongo. Do your goblin noise.
Oh my god.
Bongo
No.
content, y'all. Bongo
It's
content.
very much like it, and when it happens, it almost looks like Bongo's just being like sucked back through the like tiny
Oh
portal.
god.
Yeah.
Like imagine if Bongo is a ramen noodle and the portal is just like a mouth slurry. That's what's happening there.
And there he goes.
There he goes.
I don't really
There goes
question
the
my-
boy.
Well, that's
Here
interesting.
goes
I
the boy.
didn't know that familiars came in shapes like that.
Yeah. I don't know either. I think that I don't
Oh,
have a
wait.
lot of magic knowledge. I really only know for what I've figured out so far. But I don't know. I think he's nice, and I give him a little name. It makes me feel.
Judging by your book, I assumed you were a novice wizard.
Oh, I guess you could say that. Yeah, I don't.
Respectfully, strangest wizard I've ever seen. And I mean that in the nicest way possible. Don't
Yeah,
get me
of
wrong.
course. Yeah,
You have a very unique brand of wizardry.
yeah. It's very. I use a lot of cold magic and water-related things. I can shape water and stuff like that.
Oh. Well, I'm sure that's useful.
Yeah, I've been meaning to use the spell. I just haven't had a lot of time. Oh wait, is Matrix done yet? I wonder. I'm not trying to rush him.
Oh wow, look at the time. As you say this, you see Matrix kind of like come back around, chirping through the air, and actually like lands on a lands like soft you know like how a helicopter like lands really softly. Matrix like really deliberately slows down and like lands really softly on top of Arya's head.
Aww. I'm so upset that I pissed her off earlier.
Kind of looks up. Matrix, you know you're not allowed to be on my head, and she like puts her hand out, and Matrix like jumps down and like comes back to the arm.
It's like a budgie.
I love making these Matrix sounds.
Anyway, Matrix, what did you find? And she like gives Matrix a little scratch,
Matrix,
and you can see
my
there's like
beloved.
there's like a little bit of a connection happening.
Oh. Okay.
Well, that's strange.
What's going on?
Seems like most of them are coordinating around a tiny hut in the woods.
A tiny hut.
Oh.
That's suspicious.
Indeed.
Maybe they took the. Wait, Cole, do you remember the skeleton that was in that coffin?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they took it there.
Oh no, I checked. The skeleton's still in there.
Why did they not take the skeleton?
You're right. The skeleton's still in there. That's strange.
No, I mean like I just checked while I was in there.
Yeah, that's good to know. Thank you. Maybe they are patching each other up. Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
Why don't we go look at it and go see it?
If you would like
Can
to.
Matrix lead the way?
Yeah, we can go. Yeah.
If you're not having an adventure.
Oh, I've got time. Trust me.
Good. Thank
Anyway, yes.
We're off to see the kobolds. The kobolds in the hut in the woods.
you. Kobolds in the hut in the woods. God.
Oh my god.
Oh, it was a very interesting choice for us to bring nowhere. Alright, let's go.
I guess we should have brought Doc instead.
Can Nowhere play his accordion?
I do not want to leave
Well-
Alphon and Nowhere alone again. We saw what happened last time with the mask.
Okay.
Can I
Let's
show Arya
see.
my amazing accordion skills?
Please, Nowhere, let's not do that.
Arya, I have an accordion.
Can I like bonk Nowhere on the head?
Do you like accordion music?
Bonk.
Wink.
You like jazz?
Oh my god.
I literally hate you. Please stop. I beg you.
Well, I'm gonna play it anyways.
Nowhere.
Can you start? He starts playing something that kind of sounds like the Wizard of Oz.
Nowhere.
music
If I
when they
give you
start
2
walking.
gold,
Oh, for
if I
Kavana
give you
left.
2 gold, will you not play your accordion?
No.
Oh, wait, no.
I think
we're
Kavana
back.
left to go to your
I'm
house
trying
and
to
strangle you,
impress
miss.
Arya.
Never mind. You're going to impress Funky.
I want to impress tall wizard
Tall
lady.
wizard lady.
Please stop. I'm begging you. Please.
Will,
Just
you're
the-
just gonna like leave and then just like go show up at Moose's house being like, stop!
Yeah, I'm like tempted to just get up and go yell at him and go yell at Moose in real life.
Oh, it's Cinder. I think Cinder's having some tentacle.
Oh, thank God.
Tentacle difficulties.
Tentacle. I'm actually like somewhat upset that I keep on that and I don't get to like see the cool things.
Yeah.
Like I'm stuck in town. You guys get to go find like a weird thing in the forest.
we put you with the doc as your babysitter.
No, I'm gonna stab him. I'll stab my babysitter. Haha.
I don't want to die
Don't stab your
again.
babysitter.
Please don't kill Doc.
I don't want to die again, please. I just got up.
Fine.
Please don't kill Doc.
I'm fine. I won't kill Doc today.
Please don't kill Doc.
I'll bonk you stupid purple fuck.
Hey, you're just hating on my skin tone. That's rude. You're rude.
I literally hate this party sometimes.
I will never hate this party. I love it so much.
I love it and I hate it. And
I love it so much.
This is the
it's been canonized that Yvonne and Cole are literally the babysitters in the group. We literally talked about it today. In character.
Yes,
canon.
it's perfect.
Yep.
check the chat.
D&D
Party ever?
Yep.
Yep, that.
It's great. We're just very.
Yes. I just want to get off this island. Honestly, I'm so sick of being on this
Can
island.
can we just please
so
go?
bad.
I really just want to like do some other things. Can we please like either like go on a ship or get on a ship and then just like do bounty hunters or
I
something?
mean,
I
if
would
we're
want
friends
that.
with Arya,
on a
maybe
ship.
she'll let us. Maybe she'll let us
Yeah,
hop on the
let's
ship.
go on our ship.
Please, can we please go with the tall lady, please?
Arya, please take us with you.
Yeah,
Don't
we
leave
could
us
be
here.
part of your crew, maybe.
Don't leave us here.
Yeah, I
Maybe.
wouldn't be nowhere wouldn't mind being part of Arya's crew.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Hello,
We were
Cinder.
Ash, you back?
You're
Ash.
deafened. He's
Wait.
deafened.
Wait for it. Almost.
When he's undeafened, let's all just yell at him something.
Come on.
Okay.
Press the funky button. Press
Press
the
the
funky
button.
undone button.
Come on.
Come on, you can do
Press
it.
the
Come
funny
on.
mic
You can
button.
do it. You can press the undeafened button.
Come on.
You can do it.
Go
You
on,
can
you
do
can
it.
do it. Woo. Yeah,
can do
go.
Come on.
You can do it.
Come
Come
on.
on. Come on.
Come on. Yep, you can
Come
do
on, big
it.
man.
Yeah.
Come
Woo.
on, big man.
Woo! Yeah, you press the funky button.
Can you hear
Press
me?
the button.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can
Oh,
you
I
hear
can't
us?
wait till you re-listen
Yes,
to
I
the
can hear you guys. I'm sorry, my mom called me to get to my grandmother, who was on the phone with someone else, and I'm like I said, I'm using my phone's hotspot to do D&D. So when my phone got taken for her thing, I just lost connection entirely and couldn't do anything. Sorry about that.
Oh,
No, it's fine.
Stuff.
that's fine.
Down.
Anyway,
We
I'm
yelled
back
at
now.
Noah to not play the accordion. Please don't.
Okay,
No,
where were we?
Just this one still play.
We're
Please,
walking.
I
You
just
guys
wanna
are
get done with
walking to the
story.
forest, and
Yeah, we're walking
nowhere
to the
wants to
forest.
play the accordion.
And I said no
I
because
can
I
hear
really
As
wanted-
as you guys are walking into the forest, we're gonna cut
Oh,
to
thank God.
Team
Oh,
Sibling.
thank you.
Cool.
Woo.
Okay, so wait, we're just supposed to like help out
It's the
people.
youngest and the
Yeah,
oldest.
We just have to look around, see if we can help with it.
Let's
Let's just turn around. Maybe we can see if
Why would
anyone's
we-
like injured.
I think
or
we're like the
whatever.
most empathetic people. Like, why were we tasked with this job?
That
I get
I
you.
get-
You're like very injured, but like, really?
let's just
Don't criticize our choices.
I am.
okay, maybe let's put it this way. Prove those fuckers wrong. Let's show how responsible we can be.
yeah, let's do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Responsible on a spite.
Younger
I'm so
sibling,
proud
but
of
that is literally what you do to a younger sibling, and I know that because I am a younger sibling. It's reverse psychology.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're just gonna like help out the people the most that we can.
Yes.
Who do we see?
All
What do
right.
we see?
As you guys are walking through, I need one of you to make either a perception or investigation check, your choice.
What is your wisdom?
I've got. Look, hold on. I've got a +3 in perception.
Oh, well, that's higher than me. Go ahead.
All right. Please don't fuck this up.
Yeah,
Okay,
it
that's
seems
the
about
A
right.
7. You've 7.
7.
Oh my god.
All right. As you're going through town, things seem to be okay. You know, you're not seeing any like bodies on the ground or anything.
Oh, we say that, but then they're just screaming in the. Can I help? Can I do help?
Or
is that too late?
Tell me how you help.
I also look.
Well, but like I let people
don't know
use
how
the
I
help
help.
action when they like contribute something meaningful to the thing, as opposed to just saying like, "Oh, I help," you know? Because otherwise, like, you just use the help action like for every role. And so I want like, if you give me a good role play reason to give Doc advantage, then I'll give him advantage. But you have to like earn that.
Alphon, I have an idea.
Or maybe you have
Yes,
maybe you have
advantage.
inspiration, Doc. I don't know if you still have that or not.
Wait, frick, I don't know.
Alphon,
Yes.
this is completely out of character. Please climb on Doc's shoulders. I'm begging you.
Yeah,
Piggyback on
piggyback
him.
ride.
I would let you make a perception check of your own for that.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that, even though my perception is
just because
crap.
it's fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna
That's
do that.
amazing.
All right,
Let
go
me go
for
on
it.
your shoulders. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna, yeah.
What? Huh?
I'm going to. Oh, frick. Wait. Okay. I'm going to ride on your shoulders so I can try and see people.
I don't know if I
All
can.
right. Now,
alright.
before Alphon makes their perception check, I need Doc to make an athletics check.
Oh
This is gonna
no!
be great. This is great.
And strength is not your good score.
I don't have any. I don't have any
Your
modifier.
strength is
I don't
10,
have
but
a mod-
mine's 11, so we're both weak.
Oh,
Come on, take you back ride. Woo!
Yeah!
Yeah!
Yeah. All right. So Alphon kind of like in their excitement, like kind of jumps onto your shoulders, and you like expecting to just be crushed under the weight, kind of steel yourself. Wow. Alphon is way lighter than you thought.
I'm a rogue. I have to be light on my feet.
Alphon, I would like you to make your perception check with advantage because Doc is able to hoist you even higher.
Yeah. Okay, let's go.
Just-
So first one,
Just for the
9.
natural 20.
Okay.
Because
9.
it was anything else, you would not
Yay.
have advantage, but because it was a crit.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you. And that's a 10.
Yeah, I'm glad your crit was useful, Doc.
great.
No, we just
Very
this as a
useful.
Very
Very
useful.
useful.
Well, at least now you can feel tall.
Wow, jerk. I just want to
Getting up
piggyback
on
ride, really.
Doc's shoulders and kind of looking around. Huh. Things seem all right. It's not the worst scene in the world. Although, interestingly, actually, because you're on Doc's shoulders, you can see what Doc could not have seen, which is what seems to be a passed out body, like behind a cart. Like, you know, the stands that have been put up for like the increase, for the new people coming in. Behind one of them is someone who looks like they were attacked behind their cart and kind of hid there, but then was attacked and has been knocked unconscious.
I point at the body still on Doc's shoulders. Onwards, I see someone.
Oh, okay. Which way? Where? I don't see nothing.
Near the cart. Near the cart. There's a person passed out.
Doc, there's like 12 carts in your immediate vicinity.
I point at the cart.
All right, with some coordination, you manage to eventually point out the body to Doc.
Okay.
Going over there, you see this kind of like slightly burly man, Looks like he's relatively short, maybe like 5'3", 5'4" ish. Very long hair that's kind of covering part of his face.
I just
And you
realized
can
that I
see what
was the
looks to be,
worst person for this job
you can
because I
see
have
what looks to be
nothing to
like a
heal
stab
people.
wound in the shoulder.
I have no magic.
You can see what seems to be a stab
That's why I
wound in
was
the shoulder. The
assigned to
blood
this
itself was
job.
dried.
Oh,
The
Wait,
blood
how much
itself was
does
dried.
Doc have left?
Oh,
I
God.
should have wait.
Yeah, how many
I-
key points do you have left, Doc?
oh,
I think you have one.
I've got 2. I've got 2.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Doc's on it.
if I didn't screw anything up last time, then yeah, I've got 2.
There you
Yeah,
go.
do it.
Okay, so is Pulse? Oh,
Doc, be a doctor. Do your doc thing.
be a doctor, Doc.
You
Well, maybe I would if you get off my bloody shoulders.
Okay, I'll get off your shoulders.
all right? Alphon hops off the shoulders. Doc, how do you want
Little
to?
upset,
Or
little
Alphon, how
upset.
do you want to approach this situation?
Pulse? I don't know.
Yeah, just
Okay,
lean down and for a pulse.
Put your fingers up to the neck, kind of in that spot where you can feel the pulse. Make a medicine check.
Wait, Doc,
Oh.
you have a skill in medicine, don't you?
I've got +3 in medicine.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause you're a mercy monk. You get a bonus in.
Yeah,
medicine.
I believe you get like free proficiency in medicine.
Oh, frick, wait.
Yeah, Doc with the Doc is an actual doctor, except for not
Wait,
really.
Yo.
Wait, yeah,
Plus
wouldn't
3 or
wait.
more
If
now?
it's +3 and your wisdom modifier is +3, wouldn't it be +5? Because you have
It would be
proficiency?
plus.
What?
Wait,
Wait,
is
I'm
that like
confused.
something? I don't know. Is that something we missed?
Oh, first off, Pidge, you just said 3 + 3 = 5.
Oh wait, but
6.
I thought proficiency. I thought proficiency. I don't know.
Well, proficiency for you guys is +2 right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It hasn't gone up yet.
I know. That's why I said. That's why I said 5, not 6.
You said 6.
I did
Or you
not
said
say
5. But you said 3 + 3 = 5.
Oh well, frick. Oh well, I got the end result. It's like execution
You know
bad,
what?
end
Yeah,
result yes.
it's like when you do a math problem like incorrectly, but you get the right answer,
Yeah, it's like how okay.
and your teacher is like, "That's not how you're supposed to do it," and gives you a bad grade anyway.
But I got it right. I got it right.
Anyway, why are you booing me? I'm right. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. So from being a mercy monk, I got proficiency in medicine now.
I'm not sure. Let me check.
Yeah, you
If-
should have it.
Wait, that was I didn't fill that in when we were going over it. Oh,
Yeah,
I must
please
have missed
fill that
Did we
in.
not write it down? We gotta
I've
write
done-
that stuff down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
please do. I've done research on mercy monks because I'm playing one of my other campaigns.
Right, because you are.
John.
Yeah.
John.
John.
Alright. I'm willing to take your word for it.
If
Actually,
I
I'm
froze
checking.
again.
I'm also googling it right now.
Yeah, you get proficiency in insight and medicine just for being a mercenary, and you're also proficient in an herbalism kit.
Jesus Christ! All right.
So yeah, you should have those proficiencies. If you don't have them, write them down.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, with your +3 wisdom, +2 proficiency, that's a +5 for this roll. Took us a long time to get there. We got there.
Mm-hmm.
Was medicine and insight? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should be proficient in both.
All right, I'll just change that up really quickly. If I don't forget.
I you know, now that I think about it, I remember telling you this when we did your level up.
I do not remember that.
It's fine.
Okay. And then +5. 14.
14.
Okay, with a 14.
Oh.
There's a pulse. This guy,
He's alive.
you can actually feel the pulse is like a little bit faster than a normal person. Even though he is unconscious, there is still kind of like that adrenaline.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But he's alive.
Oh.
Okay, good,
Huh.
good. He's okay.
Oh.
That's good.
I don't know what do we do?
I could try and use Hands of Healing on him. I could try healing him.
Yeah, sure. I don't have any healing. I was the worst person to get on this job. My God.
Okay.
I know that for sure that Cole's out of points, isn't he?
He has one left, and
Oh, I'm just stupid
And
then.
Well,
That's
yeah,
why-
but even Cole has a better wisdom than me, and would be able to see things better. I have a +1.
I'm just stupid then. Ah, yes. Don't ever trust Ivana with any. She
I'm
is
gonna
not the party.
I'm
Why
going
do
to
you guys
stab
trust
Ivana
the
when
party
she gets
leader?
back. Lighthearted.
Okay,
Why do you guys trust Ivana? She is dumb.
Because she's
She's
the
not
only one that
very-
seems to know
She-
things.
She's trying her best.
She's trying her best.
It's
Okay,
kind
should
of-
I...
Honestly, wait, Ivana's like kind of the party leader because she's the one who comes up with the ideas. So
It's like
Even
when
though
you're in
you shouldn't-
school and you
you
pass a
should
test
not be-
without studying.
She should not be the party leader, but she is.
I didn't want to say it, but it is kind of happening.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it kind of...
it is
Also,
happening.
sorry if I just
Can
keep
I
on...
make a joke and say that the only reason that Ivana didn't leave Cole with them is because she didn't want to leave Cole behind?
Anyway.
Frickin' wait, okay. Sorry about that. One sec. This is my computer just died for a sec. I still
You
can't.
good?
There we
good,
go. I'm
Titch?
sorry, my computer just died for a second. But the recording didn't
Okay.
stop, so that's good.
Okay.
Okay. We're fine,
Kind of
I
like
think.
finishes
Just
coughing.
I was so scared that the recording would just
Yeah.
stop, and I was like, holy crap. Or just like not save, and I'd be like, no.
The guy kind of like finishes coughing. Did you? Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, I think I'm okay.
Okay, here, get up.
Well, that was kind of like take him by the shoulder, bring him up. That was quite the invasion there, eh?
Yeah.
How's things going?
Is this man drunk?
Hey,
He's not
hey.
drunk, but he is disoriented and tired.
All groggy.
I feel you.
Who are you guys, eh?
We are people who, I don't know, just people, I guess.
Hello, people who I don't know, just
Okay.
people, I guess. I can work with that.
Yeah.
I'm Doc, and this is Alphon.
Mm-hmm.
What's your name?
Well, hi, Doc. What's up, Doc? How you
God.
doing?
Oh,
I had to do it. I'm sorry. This is the voice I landed on. It's a little bit too close to Bugs Bunny for me to not make the joke.
you
I had to do
want
it.
to up back on the floor.
Can I stab him?
No. do you actually want to slap?
No, I'm not going to.
Okay.
I want to use another key point.
No,
Key
don't
point,
worry.
flurry of blows. 4 attacks.
I'm just imagining Doc just making like the most annoyed faces.
It's like,
Just
what's up,
dead
Doc?
on
And it's just like, fury.
Anyway, they call me Mr. Callus.
Callous.
Alice.
So I'm just gonna put it in call chat. It's like that.
Alice. Okay.
Huh. Okay.
Ooh.
So what happened? I don't see any kobolds around except for the ones on the ground.
You know Jasper? You know the blacksmith guy?
Oh yeah, Jasper. He's a good friend of mine.
Yeah, you scared them off.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah.
That
He's-
guy.
Yes,
He's
that
pretty
guy.
tough.
Yeah, he may be buff, but he's not scary.
Intimidation.
I mean, when you're holding their leader like by the neck and about to kill him, I
Yeah.
think that's pretty intimidating.
He held the leader by the neck.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. I was
Wow.
Oh yeah, you were
Well, that was
passed out.
probably an interesting experience for him. Yes, I. Yeah, what do you think I was doing on the ground there? Just having a nice little nap?
No, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to Doc. Okay.
Oh, well.
It's a very interesting conversation.
That's on me. I'm
No,
sorry.
no,
I'm
it's fine.
still a little groggy.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
still
I get that.
tired.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, this day has been long. But you say he held the leader by the neck. That's impressive. I have to thank him sometime.
Yeah, he is definitely one heroic man.
Heroic indeed.
This conversation just keeps going on.
So
I know, it's going on way too long. I don't know how to end it. Please help.
Yes,
Either way, well,
Go help other people, please.
Yeah.
right now we're just kind of finding people and seeing if they're dead or not.
All right.
Either
Do
way,
you
bye
need
bye.
any help? I mean, I'm not
I
much
don't
of a
know.
healer, but
None of
Yes.
Yeah.
Any help would be really good.
all right. I'll come with you. And we're gonna
Ooh.
fade to black here because I don't want to. I don't want to have to go through like 5 different instances of me having to like pull NPCs out of my ass. But we'll say
I
for,
love I just met him, but I love him, and I don't know why.
we'll say for
I think
Yeah.
he's
we'll
very
say
funny.
for the purposes of this, you guys and Callus, who decided to tag along, go throughout town, and you know what? I'm gonna roll. You help 1d6 other people. Let's find out how many people
Oh
you help.
god.
You help one other person.
Yeah, that sounds accurate.
Lovely.
That sounds accurate.
Wonderful.
between the 3 of you, you
That
get
sounds
you're,
very
you're like going
accurate.
around trying to help people, but you keep getting distracted by various things. Between
Yeah.
between Callus, who in himself is like kind of an interesting dude, you like at several points just like stop to continue to talk to him, and you're just like not getting much done, but you have a good time. And you know what? He thanks you a lot, and I'll say that just because he's so thankful that he gives each of you 5 gold. Just
Ooh, wait,
as-
shoot, wait.
Oh.
Five
personal
gold?
gift for the healing.
5?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Yo!
Just as like a personal gift for, not leaving him bleeding on the ground.
Yeah. That's fair.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Anyway.
He's not super rich, but he's willing to, pay people when they deserve it.
Anyway.
Money.
Are you gonna
Yeah.
go back to the
Yeah, we're gonna cut. Well, actually, I'll say because you only helped one other person, I'll say it probably didn't take that long. If you guys want to
go
maybe
find
say your goodbyes to Callus and try to find the rest of the group.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's try and find them.
All right.
Please.
Uh,
Actually, it's probably a bad idea that I split the party up. Sorry, guys.
Nah, it's fine.
I'm trying to give you a passive opportunity to unsplit. I'll say that because you guys know that they went to the cave, and the cave is like a brisk walk away. Between like the time where they like get there and have this conversation and start to leave, as like I'll say like you guys see Matrix, like well you don't know its name Matrix, but like the pseudo dragon, like fly like partway around, just kind of getting a lay of the land, and then come back to the cave, and you kind of follow it back. And as right where we cut off for the rest of them, as you guys begin to walk off into the forest, Alphon and Doc have appeared.
Hi.
Oh, you guys were here?
Hey.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
That was quick.
It was all we only found 2 people.
Only 2 people?
Only 2?
Well, thank you for the help anyways. You're just about to go look for something if you want to rejoin us.
Yeah, with Arya.
Arya, this is Alpha. Our
Hello.
other friend.
I apologize because I'm pretty sure we met on the wrong foot. It was a joke. It was a joke, and I'm sorry.
Matrix kind of like growls a little bit, not buying it.
Hi, Dragon.
It's okay, Matrix. Yes, I heard your joke.
I'm sorry. I'm very cautious of people, so I'm not
Be
good
honest,
at.
not funny. Didn't laugh.
That's
Would
fair,
prefer
yeah.
if you didn't make it again.
Okay.
But I'm willing to let bygones be bygones because you did help with the whole kobold invasion situation. So let's just put that behind us.
That
Okay.
would be nice. Alpha is one of my friends, so it would be kind of nice if you guys didn't hate each other.
I don't hate you. If that's anything.
I don't hate you too.
That's surprising.
Oh, they're in love.
Excuse me.
We were about to go into the forest. Their kobolds aren't in the cave
forest.
anymore. So we wanted
They're
to go
near
see.
this hut.
Yeah, we don't know what's going on, so we want to go look.
I should say I'm a little nervous about perhaps some danger in the forest. Would you
Oh yeah.
are you guys all right just in case like a fight breaks out? Do we need to like rest or anything? I mean,
yeah.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
okay, but I don't know about you.
I'm fine,
Everyone
but
would be
everyone
nice
else
to
is
get
probably
some
not.
rest.
That would probably be a good
I've
idea
only got
because of
9
Doc.
points. I'm
That
9
would be a
hit
good
points.
idea because of Doc.
Yeah, let's go get wasted.
No,
No, I-
we are not
Nowhere.
going to go and drink.
I
Not
think
again.
We can't
I
get
thought you said you were
wasted
gonna
if
go
we're
rest.
getting into battle.
rest does not mean
Exactly.
drinking.
We
Rest
should-
means
it
Rest
rest.
does not mean drinking, it means sitting down and resting.
And drinking.
Maybe.
And not drinking.
And yes, drinking.
Sometimes.
No.
Sometimes,
Well,
but
I'm gonna be drinking.
yeah, this is the party. Hi. Either way.
We are so sorry.
We're so
It's
sorry
very
about that.
interesting. It's all right. I as a former member of a party myself, I understand how interesting the relationships can be.
Oh, you used to be a part of the party?
Oh.
Interesting.
Uh,
Yeah, we all kind of met because we washed up on the shore here.
We literally met yesterday.
We met yeah, was it yesterday?
Yeah.
I don't really
Mhm.
remember.
It was a long yesterday.
It was technically yesterday, yeah.
Oh.
It is getting late though. Perhaps we should, just kind
That's
of rest
probably
for the
a good
night
idea.
and approach the situation tomorrow morning when we all are rested.
Mhm.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Long rest time. Let's go.
All right.
Oh, I get to
I'm
reset my
gonna-
spell slot.
I'm gonna once again fade to black here. If you guys want, you can go back and stay at Mary's place. We're gonna kind of speed through this just for the purposes of not like
Yo, Mary.
too much time. Yeah, if you want to go stay at Mary's place, if one of you puts down like a gold and a half for a
God
room.
damn, it's been like it's guys, it's only been an hour 30.
I know. We've spent so many like so much time on like just a couple days.
Yeah, I really am like.
Yeah.
I want
Let's
to
get
get
off this island.
as soon as possible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can we please
Let
get
us
off
see
this
Pharaoh.
island soon? I want to like.
It's supposed
Let's
to be an
just, like,
open
speedrun.
ocean campaign.
Yeah.
Speed run. Let's just speed run for the rest of
All
this
right.
part of the story.
All right, who's paying for tavern?
I'll
tonight?
pay for drinks this time because I feel bad about the
Are
whole
we
dog
drinking
mask
again,
thing.
please? Are we actually drinking one?
You don't have to.
Free drinking.
Let's get
Please.
swifty.
No.
Let's get
we always get drunk.
swifty.
We always get drunk.
Okay. I'll
Oh,
say
we're
no
not
where it
drinking.
doesn't get drunk
Drunk,
because
drunk, drunk.
if I can't roleplay it, it's not funny. So.
Okay.
Oh, if you can't roleplay.
So one of you needs to put down like a gold and a half for like the drinks in the rooms, where you can split
Alright.
that between you or whatever you want to do.
I know the
Just-
dog wants to drink, and since this is my apology for the mask, I'll pay for it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
There you go. Alphon covers it for tonight.
Alphonse on it.
Hey.
awesome.
You guys have some very nice conversation with Mary, and just kind of go to bed. Arya joins you like for the night, but doesn't actually drink with you. She actually just like has some
No,
water.
I imagine that
And
dog is the
eventually,
one who's drinking today.
yeah. And she just like has some water, and at the end of the night, she actually goes back to her ship where she has her own bedding.
Probably nicer bedding, honestly.
Yeah,
Hopefully nicer
probably.
bedding. Yo.
And
time for a
anyway,
long rest.
yeah, everybody take a long rest.
Woo!
Yeah. I assume our rooms are the same too, so it's Ivana and Cole in one room, and then Alphon and Nowhere, and then Doc in its own.
Assumably, yeah.
Yeah. Ah, yes, long rest time, aka I sit and read.
Also, I remember something that we didn't do last time I woke up from a long, like 2 campaigns ago, technically, or freaking sessions. I didn't get to use Whispers of the Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like isn't it like you choose a proficiency?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can just like choose a proficiency to have proficiency in temporarily.
Mm-hmm.
Like just for the day. And if you want, you can keep the one that you did in the past, or you can pick a new one. That's entirely up to you. Whenever I say like take a long rest, I assume that you guys are doing that on your own. Like 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 Cole can like swap out known spells if she wants to, so or if Void wants to, so it's like it's one of those things like when I say take a long rest, I assume that you're doing all that on your own because I don't want to have to like talk about each individual thing.
Yeah, I already did. I already fixed my spells.
All right, cool.
Yeah. Just stuff like that. I assume it is like covered when I say take a long rest.
Okay,
right,
cool.
Which is
Well,
essentially a full reset.
I'm gonna put that.
Anyway.
I'm gonna put that Whispers into perception because my perception is garbage.
All right. Enjoy having perception proficiency for the day.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right, we're
Yay.
All right.
We're good.
Again, I'm gonna kind of speed through this. Waking up, you have breakfast. We're gonna say that was covered also by Alphon's deposit.
Really? Okay.
And we come back to
The cave.
you. Sorry, what?
Are we gonna
I
be?
was gonna say you come back to the ship
Oh
because
shit! Yeah.
you haven't seen Arya this morning.
Oh. Wonder who she is.
Yeah.
She
I don't know
probably.
if I described the
Maybe.
ship before or not.
Hmm.
Does anybody remember if I did? Because if I didn't, then
Um,
I'll do it again.
I think you talked a
didn't-
bit about it,
did
but
it
like not like a
A
full
bit,
on.
but not much.
I think you talked about like the front because it had like a certain pattern on it.
Yeah.
I
don't remember what though.
I don't recall. You know what? I don't recall. So how about we just do it again and we pretend the old description that I may or may not have done doesn't exist? How does that
Alright,
sound
yeah.
for everybody? All right.
Go ahead.
The ship is a wide ship. It's a big ship. It's a big boy. It's large. It is humongous, gargantuan, massive, like my dick. Anyway,
I will stab you, sir.
Yes.
not to be. Anyway, I'm the worst dungeon master ever.
Yes, because the dungeon master describes about his
Dungeons
dick.
and Dragons.
Yes.
That's what
Anyway,
Dungeons does.
I was just doing that like the stall for time while I figured out what it looked like in my head. All right. Anyway, the ship is somewhat large. It's not the biggest ship in the world. It's not like super like regal or impressive. It's just like a very simple wooden ship. On the side, it just says the assembly on it, in very like plain lettering. It's not like it's a very functional ship. Like there's no embroidery on the sails. They're just plain white sails. The ship itself seems to kind of just have like just like a standard crew, very like perhaps even a little bit small for its size. You would expect more people to be on it, but from what you can tell, it's only like 8 to 10 people ish. But as you kind of approach, like you're stopped by guards, but then you see coming out of like the main door to the inside a stretching wizard getting ready for the day.
Oh, there's Arya.
It kind of calls out to you. Hello. I'm sorry, I was just getting ready this morning.
Hello.
Nah, it's
Hi,
alright.
Arya. It's okay.
She's
Hi,
actually,
Arya.
and it's at this point that you see her outfit, which is very different than it was yesterday. Yesterday seemed to have been kind of like a leisure outfit, just meant to like kind of look nice and just enjoy herself out on the town. A girl out on the town, you know how it is.
Girl,
Today she's wearing like much more practical like attire. She's got like just like a very simple vest, short sleeves. You can see her arms are actually almost entirely covered in freckles. She's got on like very simple pants, no heels today, so she is noticeably shorter than she was before.
Oh.
She's got like a pair of gloves on. She's got like a holster for her spell book, and then she's got a holster for something else that you can't tell what's inside. Just kind of comes out like with like a veneer of confidence. There's an open confidence. It seems like she's almost more comfortable in her own skin with this outfit.
Yeah.
And she comes out. Well, good morning to all of you.
Good morning.
Hello.
Morning.
Morning. Hi.
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 Oh my God.
I think we're ready to go whenever you are, right? I think everyone's prepared, right?
Indeed, unless anyone has any other business to get to, I say we just jump right into it.
I'm ready to go.
All right. And
Oh wait, we did a long rest. I have 2 more uses of bongo again. Let's go.
you do indeed.
Yay, let's go.
And
Everyone just
you
excited.
she actually like thinks for something, goes, wait, before I go. Matrix like snaps her finger twice, and you see Matrix who was actually like I don't know what it's called, but the thing, like that spot where like they send the lookout on a ship.
Oh,
and
crow's
yeah.
nest.
Oh.
Crow's nest.
Yeah, the crow's nest, that's what it is. You actually see Matrix has like his own little like pseudo dragon bed up there, and actually just like gets up, like pads his feet on it a little bit, and like flies down and like lands on her shoulder. All right, now I'm ready.
All right. Sounds good. I think we're all ready to go. All right. So we go to Funny Cave. I'm not going to. I'm sure you do not want to describe going towards the forest. So we will go.
You sure do go towards the forest. I don't know how we went from like super descriptive to like speed run in like 5 minutes. This shift of tone is very interesting, but here we are.
No, it's
Everyone
because
wants to be on a boat.
We want to leave this island.
We want to leave the island.
We just
Everyone
want
wants
to
to
be
get
on a boat.
The allure of the boat.
We want to. Yeah, we want to get on the boat and leave, but we can't.
Plot demands it.
Pain, agony.
I'm so mad.
Pain, agony, even.
Yeah.
All right. So you go into the forest. It's a long trek. The hut that was described by your good friend Arya is almost on the other side of the island, so it does take you, I'll say, 1 to 4 hours, 3 hours to get there.
God.
Yeah, you're continuously slowed down by just kind of brush and bramble. At one point, actually, Matrix gets distracted by some berries and goes to eat them, and like you can. It's at this point that you're starting to get the idea that Matrix is not necessarily formally trained. Like,
But he's
most
adorable.
like under normal circumstances, a familiar is like completely and totally subservient to the owner. Matrix listens to Arya when it pleases him.
Yeah, like Bongo. It's just like how Bongo completely listens to Ivana, but
Yeah, and so like at one point she actually has to like rustle him away from a berry bush, and at one point like a rabbit comes out and he goes after it, and she has to like chase after him and grab him.
yeah.
Murders.
Oh, this is so cute.
I love Matrix.
I love Matrix so much.
Matrix just has his own thing.
Supremacy, y'all.
You actually realize that she like that second holster that she has is actually a tiny pouch of treats.
I knew
Just to,
it.
like,
I
keep
thought
Matrix
that. I
alive.
actually literally thought that. I thought it's a treat pouch for Matrix. Oh
That's
my
exactly
God,
what
I
it
knew
is.
it. I knew it. I knew it.
It's like a Skilby snack scenario.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's go.
all of us.
Woo!
Oh, Matrix.
Matrix and Bongo content is my favorite part of
I
this entire.
love how you went from like being mildly scared of Matrix to just everybody loving him over the course of like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I feel like as soon as I named him, he just
Matrix in this
immediately like 10 times more likable.
Yeah,
Bongo.
basically.
Like, as soon as I gave Bongo a name, everyone instantly fell in love with him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who would be scared of a tentacle named Bongo?
names. Yeah,
name is
who would be
literally
scared
Oh
of
no!
Matrix?
Rise, Bongo,
It's so
rise.
cute. The name Matrix is just adorable.
You know, I'm
Yeah.
proud of that name. I
You
came
should
up with
be.
that. Like,
You should
woke-
be.
I literally I woke up in the morning. I was like Matrix, and I just I went with it.
All right.
You should be
anyway,
proud
we
of that
go
name.
to
It's an adorable name.
It's very good.
Yeah. So after wrestling with Matrix a little bit, and eventually you come to a little bit of a clearing where you can see the ground has actually gotten continuously wetter and kind of squishier. It's not necessarily a swampy yet.
Get out.
There's a swampy quality to this particular branch of the forest. We're actually starting to be surrounded by
Desperately holding
mangrove.
myself back to saying something.
We're starting to get surrounded more by mangrove trees than other types of trees, and you're actually starting to see a couple frogs that are kind of
Yo, the new Minecraft update.
Yo, the new Minecraft update.
Everybody wants to tell me to
Yeah, and see
run.
in the distance, you can see a single glare who's grouchy because it's in a dark area and it needs it to be lit up.
Can I Ivana please go over and pick up a frog? I feel like she
If you
really
can
likes
catch one,
I would like to catch a
make
frog.
either an animal handling check to try and get one peacefully, or a general dexterity check to see if you can snatch one up.
What's my dex? Okay,
Will,
I'm gonna
Will,
do animal
Will.
thing. What?
Well, Cole's animal handling is 6. I can grab one.
Oh my god,
Wait,
yo.
Cole, can you please catch a frog?
Okay.
Look at them, they're so cute.
All right, roll.
Oh, this is a cute moment. Wait, Cole's catching a frog.
Yo. 15,
Please.
damn.
15.
I would like to point out, just respectfully, that 4 out of the past 5 rolls have been a 9.
Yes.
Oh my
What the hell is-
god.
Oh my god.
I think
Oh my
that's interesting.
god.
God, that is really weird.
Bot, what are you doing?
That's strange.
Wait, is
I
there
don't
some-
know. The
I
bot's
wanna-
on something.
Hold on, I want to
Anyway.
check. I want to check it just to see if it is something wrong with the bot.
Yeah.
I don't.
Okay,
No,
no,
it's
we're
a-
fine.
Well,
Fine.
good job. You wasted a good roll.
God
Both
damn.
got a 17.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Come on, dog. That could have been used to something.
I used the 17 to just stand there.
Yeah.
Stand there aggressively. You know what? You are standing
Cole
with so
catch a
much
frog?
power and so much being right now, Doc. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Did
You-
Cole
you
catch
see-
a frog?
as Ivana kind of asks you, you look around and you see a single brownish frog sitting.
God, that was such a
On a
good
mangrove
impression. What the
tree.
hell?
Thank you. I for an entirely separate D&D campaign, I had to practice frog noises. So
Oh my
Why,
God.
though?
the skills. Oh, there was a whole thing with bullywugs. It was a thing.
It was a
Anyway, it was a thing. Don't worry about it. They're like frog people. I had to role play frog people, so you know.
Okay. Oh, that
What
makes
what
sense.
else do you do other than make a lot of frog noise?
Amphibia.
Yeah.
Yes.
Amphibian
Yes.
testifies.
Anyway, he's got these big bulging eyes that both look in different directions, and as
Oh my god.
as you start to slowly come forward, your feet kind of stepping in this wet, muddy substance. As you get closer and closer,
This sounds so
grab
ominous.
frog.
you put your hands out, going to grab it, and the frog actually just jumps on the back of your hand.
Aww.
Friend.
And you see
I-
both eyes, which have been independently looking in different directions, actually both focusing on you.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh,
hello,
you just
little one.
Look at the little frog. It's so cute.
Cole walks over
Can
with
I
to
can I
Ivana
pet
with
him?
the little frog
Can I
in his
pet him,
hands.
please?
Oh, so
Cute.
cute.
Hello.
I just
Adorable.
delicately pet.
Can I?
Roll me an animal handling check,
Damn it, no,
Alphon.
please! I'm gonna scare it away!
If you scare it away, that'd be really funny, though.
I don't want
Alphon,
to!
if you scared away.
I'm sorry.
Cole is just gonna kill Alphon. He's having.
I'm
a
not
moment
gonna
with
lie.
Bot.
You would have to roll pretty bad to scare it away.
Oh!
Oh,
Yay,
okay.
17. 17.
Alright, it just kind of lets it happen.
Yay!
It actually like closes its eyes.
Oh my god.
I am in eternal bliss right now.
Look at the boy.
Oh.
Thank you so
They're
much.
very adorable.
Yeah.
You hear suddenly the aggressive chirping of a certain pseudo dragon
No,
as
no.
Matrix jumps off the shoulder of of Arya, and Arya actually grabs Matrix by the tail, who's like flying forward trying to get the frog. She like grabs him back and like holds him. I maybe put the frog back. I'm a little concerned.
No.
Goodbye, friend.
Friendship.
I guess we should put him back.
Okay.
Oh,
Cole very gently puts the
Friend.
frog back.
All right, you put the
Or
frog
he
back
found
on the mangrove root where you found it. Just kind of hops away.
Goodbye.
That was a neat moment.
Farewell.
Forgot to enjoy
All of
frog
us just got
being-
attached for a frog for a second.
I really wanted to catch a
Frog.
frog, okay? I really wanted to catch a frog, and then Void
Okay,
was like,
you did
"Oh,
it.
I have a good animal handling," and I was like, "This is the cute moment between Ivana and Cole. I'm taking it."
It was a cute moment
Hey,
between all the party
anyway.
members, honestly.
Yeah.
Briefly getting distracted by frogs. Your attention is brought back
I
to
don't
the
know what you
small
expected, Ash.
ramshackle hut.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
The
we
roof-
have to go to that
The
hut.
roof made out of a combination of hay, grass, and reeds, and the walls made out of rotting wood.
Oh.
Ah,
Sure is some architecture.
this must be the hut that Aria was
Yeah.
talking about. Maybe they're inside.
No, maybe.
Can we approach? Can we approach?
Wait, can I roll a
Ye-
perception
you-
real quick?
Oh wait, yeah, that's a good.
What exactly are you looking for?
Oh god. I want to roll for like to check if anyone's in there, but give me a sec.
Okay,
Void's
well,
being called. We must
yeah.
wait.
and I patiently wait.
I would
The
like to. I'm
frog
going to go
moment.
to
I love the
moment.
frog
Oh,
moment.
that was so cute.
That was adorable. I
It
love
was.
the frog.
Oh.
Yeah. The problem is that pseudo dragons are predators.
Yeah.
Aw.
They eat small things like rats and other.
Frogs.
Yeah.
I feel like Ivana really wanted to keep the frog as a pet, but she knew that very well that Matrix would eventually it, so she was just like,
Eventually. Maybe not immediately, but eventually. Oh, also, fun fact: pseudo dragons have opposable thumbs, so even if you like put it in a cage, Matrix could still get to it.
Oh my god,
That's
they have
terrifying.
thumbs?
That is horrifying. Oh,
Matrix is a flying cat with opposable thumbs.
Oh my
Oh
god.
I'll leave it
That
at
is
that.
very terrifying.
no.
That
I
would be
like it.
That's terrifying.
That's like the hardest kid to keep pet ever.
yeah.
Oh,
And also,
crap.
they're highly intelligent.
You're kidding me.
It's just that's either
They're
the
just
best
super
pet or the worst pet ever.
I am back.
Yeah.
Are you gonna do that perception
Oh.
check?
Yeah, I was just telling the group about how hard it is to keep a pet pseudo dragon.
I also said I
Oh.
really, really wanted to keep this frog, but I couldn't because I knew that Matrix was gonna attack it.
Yeah. Nine.
Oh, we
Yeah.
could have had a pet
Hold
together.
up, I'm not done yet.
Matrix.
Matrix boy.
Imagine if that was the first party death.
The frog.
The frog.
No.
I feel like Ivana would
Wait,
have
I
been
just
better.
realized that Nar like predicted frog with an Ivana. Remember that one
How?
art?
Wait, when?
What?
Oh yeah.
Wait,
Nar did that
what?
one piece of art with the frog.
Oh my god, I could.
Wait, hold on,
Oh
wait, let
my
me find it. Let me
Oh
find
my
it.
God.
That's excellent.
Wait.
Also, I rolled a 13.
All right.
Like my
With
perception
the
is 13.
you're a bit too far away, and the
Oh
walls
my
are kind of
gosh,
too
he did.
tight to tell. But with that roll, I will say you
They
do
did. He did.
like
Frick.
you do feel like a faint glow of light coming from the inside,
Hmm,
just like coming through
There
like
might-
in between the reeds.
okay.
It's not like a
There-
firelight. It's this
Oh.
sickly green light. Very strange.
Forg.
Org.
Forg. Forg.
Org.
Nar, when you're watching this, just know that you drew this
You
into
predicted it.
existence.
I completely forgot about that, honestly. Like, slash
Yeah,
did.
this, as far as I'm aware, this wasn't even intentional. I didn't mean to do that.
No,
I wasn't
it was
like,
just
oh, I'll
me
put a frog in to make
frog.
that art canon. Like, no, it
Oh
just
my
happened.
god.
Great.
It just was me, my genuine reaction. I want a frog.
Yeah.
And you got the
You know what they
frog.
say, the LGBT loves frogs.
Yeah.
We're putting chemicals in the water to turn the freaking frogs gay.
Yeah, we
Can you
are.
understand that?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway,
Hi-
okay. There might be someone in there, but I'm not entirely sure.
What did you see?
There's like a glow, but it's
Maybe
not.
torch.
It's not like a fire.
Maybe like some sort of torch or magic? I mean, if it's a glow,
Maybe.
it could be something like dancing lights. Like I used that one time when we went to the cave. We
Maybe.
could, yeah. Why don't we investigate? But we should be careful. I think.
Mhm.
Are
Can
you
we
guys
just-
moving forward? I don't know
Do
exactly.
your thing.
Are we going to slowly approach, or what is the plan?
We should kick the door
We
open.
can slowly.
Oh
We are
god,
not
we have-
kicking the door open.
Slowly
FBI
approach.
bust. FBI style,
No.
kick the door open.
No.
What
I
the
would
hell
not
is an
recommend
FBI?
to do that. I don't think that we should do that.
Let's slowly approach. Carefully.
Alright.
Yeah. Maybe we could try and listen through like the walls or a door or something.
Yeah.
Maybe. Just have to be careful no one spots us.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have to be careful.
Wait, Alphon, you think that old lady's from the shop is in?
Oh wait,
Don't even.
I
Oh,
I
Alphon,
don't know.
you're a
Yeah.
rogue, right? Alphon,
Yes.
okay, wait, Alphon, you're a rogue, right? Can't
Yeah.
you just sneak over there? You have a
I-
high stealth.
I do. Yes.
Sneak over there and look in there and see if anything's over there.
Could I do that? Sure. Let's do that.
Yeah.
My
We send
stealth is
Alphon to
8,
go do it.
so
Damn.
We send Alphon to go do it.
okay. So I'm gonna. Do I roll a stealth check?
Yeah, give me a stealth check.
+8, so it's.
Yeah.
Oh my
Dang.
Okay.
Oh
Whoa.
god.
25.
A 25.
With a 25,
Oh god.
you guys watch, you guys are intently watching Elephant to see what happens, and like there's kind of like, because it's still early in the morning, there's kind of a long shadow heading up to the up to the thing, and luckily it's pointing towards you. Elephant like slinks into the shadow, and you see Elephant enter the shadow, and then like she's just gone. Elephant just just stealth out of existence.
Peace
You're not
sign.
like
Where did she go?
Elephant has actively stealthed into the next campaign. Elephant is gone.
Where did she come from? Where did she go? Where did
Oh.
she come from? Alphon.
I
Come
guess it
from
was
Alpha.
Alpha Joe.
From your
Elephant
perspective,
Joe.
you slink into the shadow perfectly and
Mhm.
slide your way up to the house. No one can see you. And you can see a door. Just a little bit ajar with that same sickly green light flowing out.
I don't know what to do.
Can you look at it? Like peek? Is there like a window?
Yeah. What?
Ash, is there a window near Alphon?
There is no window on this
Oh,
house.
okay.
So you would have
Just
to
the
like
door.
sneak into the house.
Sure. Yeah. I'm just
Alright.
gonna.
Do you peek through the door?
I'm gonna peek through the door.
Alright. As you peek through the door, the green light gets stronger. And as you look
I
through,
think I get
the
cursed
first
again.
thing you see is a sea of kobolds crowded in this room. The room, surprisingly spacious on the inside, larger than you expected based on the size of the house. All crowded around a small table in the center, where you see what would be a familiar face if you could remember it,
Well,
but a very familiar body. And the same long fingers holding up,
Uh.
keeping the kobolds at attention.
nowhere.
And you can hear, now with your leader being splayed, a new leader I shall choose today.
I was fucking right.
You were, how are you right?
Oh my god.
God.
God. Are you kidding me?
Ha!
So,
Oh,
is there
hold on,
anything else
that's
that's like
cool.
noticeable, or should I sink back in?
The sickly green light seems to be coming from directly behind this figure. And you can see she's currently kind of like scanning the, how do you say, the, like the sea of kobolds.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of looking around.
Okay. Oh my god. Y'all,
I
it's
can't.
it's the
I
bag.
can't goddamn believe
I
this.
feel like she's gonna notice me, but also
It's always the bag.
I'm going. Wait, what? Can I try and like peer to try and see what's making the light?
Roll a perception check.
Okay, this is why I use this is why I use Whispers of the
Always
Dead.
the bag.
Hey, there you go.
Hey,
It all becomes worth it.
it all becomes worth it for my +3.
You're
Oh, 20!
There you go. Dirty 20.
See, it all becomes worth it.
No, Alphon is going through her girl boss arc today.
Yeah. It's interesting. As you were walking up, you could have sworn there's no chimney on this place, but behind her is a fireplace with green, spindly flames, not even moving like normal fire. Almost like it's being pulled upward through the chimney. The fire glows and illuminates the area.
Oh my god.
Okay, I'm gonna like somewhat. I'm just gonna be like I'm gonna like just leave. Go bye.
Okay. You stealth back, and you guys see like as you're like looking at the house, waiting for like Alphon to come back. Alphon just like appears out of the shadow from nowhere.
Hi.
There she is.
Jesus.
Hey.
Okay.
Okay.
Who was it? Who
Okay.
was it?
So
Who was it?
one.
Who was it?
I'm just gonna
One,
imagine
there's a
Alphon just
freaking
running
arm.
back towards the party, like panicked.
Okay, one, there's a freaking army in there of just kobolds, and two, remember the mask seller lady? She's there. She's there.
Mm-hmm. What?
I fucking
Yeah.
knew it.
You did.
there?
How did you know it? Holy crap! But she's there.
I have big brain, Elephant.
She's there?
She's there. They're talking about a new leader.
What?
Also, the fire. There's the
Why?
fire, but the fire is weird. It's green. And it's like moving upwards or something. I don't know. It's so weird.
I mean, if she's a hag, I imagine that she's kind of evil. I imagine she would be evil, and I imagine she could be using the situation to make herself the leader of the kobolds. And
I think green fire means someone is evil, right?
I think it means green fire, but yeah. So, again, what do we
There's a
do?
hag.
It's roughly at this point that a certain mage chimes in. Did you see her face? What did she look like?
Oh, that's the thing about the weird hag. Like, you can't. Her face is like you can't remember it after you see it.
Yeah, but I bet it's ugly though.
Yeah.
I mean, she's a hag, so probably.
Like, like you know other things. Like, for example, her body. She has a hunch, and her fingers are really long and spindly, but like are like third jointed. If that makes sense.
You go to remember her fingers.
Mm-hmm.
What were her fingers again?
Weird.
They were like they had like a lot of joints in them.
No, I mean like you're like thinking to yourself, and you're like, there was something about the fingers.
Oh.
What was weird about the
She's not
fingers?
quadruple jointed
No,
in the hands.
what was weird about the
okay?
fingers again? What was weird about the hands?
What, didn't you say they were
Don't-
double jointed when you first came?
No, they were like
Yeah, they had
quadruple
multiple
jointed.
Yeah,
at the bottom.
yeah,
They
that.
had, like,
Right.
5 joints.
Yeah.
Yes.
You got it.
Yeah.
You got it. Right? That's what it was, right?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what you told us.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, whatever. It's her. It's the same. I recognized her. I think. Yeah. Frick, oh my god, my
Yeah.
mind, my head.
I think that maybe she's messing with your mind.
That's
Certain types of magic can do that.
why am I always
I
the one
would
doing
know.
freaking spells? Oh my god.
I mean, I would know. Magic can mess with your head real bad, especially if it's strong.
Jeez.
Either way, whatever she's doing, she's making me doubt what she looks like. But hey, if I can't recognize her face, then I know it's still her. It's them. I don't know. Freaking, it's the one that sold the mask,
A hippogriff
She's a-
mask.
the hippogriff mask. Yes.
At this
Yeah.
point, mid conversation, you hear as looking
was
at the
that?
house, the green light that's been very faintly like kind of pouring through the cracks flares super bright, just like
Oh,
a massive flash, and then it's gone. Not the house, but the light is just like
This is some
the
freaking
inside
Harry
is
Potter stuff.
this is
What's Harry
bad.
Potter?
This is.
Not that
This
character.
is very bad.
Can
We need
they?
to do
Harry
something about
Potterus.
Okay. Should we peer in the house again?
we all should go and figure it out.
Reminder that there's a swarm of kobolds in there. There's like a freaking army.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's not the idea.
We can't go in guns blazing. We have to.
Be stealthy. Be stealthy.
Yeah, but a lot of us don't have good stealth.
True.
I have something that's all right at handling groups. I could probably take a lot of them out in one shot.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, first let's just
Do you
try
know?
and spy and see. Let's not do combat yet.
No. If what you've said is true, we should just go in there and stop it right away because
But like the light is.
Yeah, I
Who
mean,
knows
we're
what's
at the source.
Yeah, that seems right. I mean, whatever that flash was, it seemed powerful. I think the best thing to do would be to put this down immediately before it gets worse.
Let's just go.
All right. Let's
Exactly. Magic works quickly. We need to go.
Okay.
All right, are you just going like immediately towards the
Yeah,
house?
we're just
Yep,
running
we're
towards
going
the
in.
house.
All right, you race right up, Alphon leading the charge, and as you open the
Why am I
door,
like the truth?
the inside is just empty, and not that there's
What?
like the table stair there. Like there's nothing on the inside. It's just there's not even like a floor. It's just grass.
What the frick?
And as you open the door, like you open it with like only a little bit of force, but the door just like falls off the hinges.
What?
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 This house doesn't seem like it's been lived in for years, decades even.
I swear.
What the hell?
The hag.
What?
It's the same thing.
There's
It's
definitely
the same
some
thing
shaggy
that happened.
carpet.
That happened last time. The shop disappeared. This house. It's God.
It's magic. Maybe.
Insane.
Maybe she saw you.
You
Am I
think
insane?
the hippogriff
Falls
mask
off
was
the side
magic
of the
too?
house.
I wonder.
I'm not.
The house itself, like after the door falls off, the house itself just slowly starts to fall apart as each plank just
I swear to
falls
God,
down.
I'm not insane. I saw it.
As you start to back away, just kind of instinctually, the entire roof of the house just like crushes the planks that are left. The entire house having fallen apart before your very eyes.
I saw it. I know I saw it. Okay.
I trust you,
I
Alphonse.
definitely believe you.
Yeah, there was
I-
fire.
Yeah.
We
Right.
all saw
I
that
saw the
flash,
glow.
didn't
Yeah.
we? We all
It
saw
was
that
there.
flash, didn't we?
We did all see it, and the magic is trying to make us think we didn't. So we did all see it.
We did
Mhm.
all see it.
Yeah.
I think we should repeat that in our heads. We did all see it.
We saw
It was
Wait,
real.
I'll write
It was real.
I'm gonna write it down in my book. I'm gonna pull out my book and write it down. I can't lose anything that's in. I can't lose anything that's in.
It was real.
It was real,
It was real.
and whatever that is, it is not good. We need
Okay.
to do something about it as soon as we can, because if what you've said is true, Alphon,
It is.
she's probably going to do something to the town. She's
I'm
basically
going
taken.
to I'm going to do something. Matrix. The Matrix just kind of like immediately flies off in a very similar manner to before. Hopefully we'll have some information by the end of the hour.
That would be good. Thank you, Arya.
Well, I'm just as concerned as you are. No need to thank me.
I feel like I'm going insane. I feel like I'm like seeing things or like something. I don't know.
That's what that type
Speaking
of
of
magic can do.
speaking of seeing things, as you're thinking to yourself, trying to cement the image of what you saw into your brain. You know, you saw the lady. You don't remember her face, but you saw her. You saw the kobolds. You saw the fire behind her. What color was the fire?
Green.
No, you don't even say it like out loud. You're just
It
thinking to yourself
was
like, what color was the fire? It's like
What?
blue, right?
It was.
It's just normal. Are you just being crazy? Was it red or blue? I mean, there was something weird about the fire. Was it just like big? I mean, like you saw the flash of light. It must have been like bright. Something there.
Is this what everyone is thinking or just me?
No, this is just you, Alphon.
Oh God, I was going
Because fuck you in
insane.
particular.
Yes, it's a gaslight moment. It's a gaslight moment.
Gaslight gatekeep girl boss.
Gaslight
Gaslight
gatekeep girl
moment.
boss.
Oh my God,
Hey.
DM is a gaslighter. DM.
Alpha, are you
Yo,
okay?
tag girl boss
I
moment.
don't know what I
Uh-huh.
saw. I don't know. I know I saw things. It was weird, but I just don't remember.
It's alright.
It's okay. We remember. You don't need to worry about it anymore.
Okay.
Some things are better buried anyways when it comes to memory. So maybe it's for the better that we remember and you don't.
Mm.
You know what I mean? There isn't much we can do about that sort of magic, especially if what I think is true and it's magic. But maybe it's for the better that we remember and you don't.
I just think it's better if someone remembers it.
I remember. I think I even wrote it down in my journal so I won't forget. I can't lose this.
Yes,
You
but
shouldn't forget.
Alphon is the only one who actually saw it. I mean,
It's true.
realistically, how do we know that the initial description she gave us was even correct?
I
trust
that
Alphonse.
was the freshest thing in my mind.
Well,
But
but
what
if
if-
there's something affecting your thoughts, it could have affected your base perception as well, right, as you saw it.
That's true.
What if
I
I start
don't mean to-
forgetting things?
I don't mean to sow doubt, but
God, I can't
I'm
forget.
concerned.
I would
Well,
be.
we know it was the old lady, anyways. That's
We
like
know
a
it
really.
was
We know that.
something.
As nowhere says old lady. What old lady?
God.
The
Is
one
this-
from
is
the
this-
shop
You
that
remember-
gave us the hippogriff
You remember
mask.
what you just
Gotta
saw,
be
but
her.
like you're
Is
like
this nowhere only thinking it was?
no, this is only you, Alphon.
Oh my
As-
God!
as-
I
As
forget
nowhere
how
mentions
I
the
get
old
this
lady, you're
stuff.
like, wait, what old lady?
You said it
know
was
the
some old person. It
Yeah,
had
it
to
was
be the.
something-
And
Yeah,
you said something about the joints in her hands. It had to be the person from the shop.
Shop?
yeah, where you got this
Where you got the mask.
strange mask.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
the one that you
Cole
still
holds up the
you
mask.
still have that, don't you, Cole?
Yeah, I do. He holds up the mask from the strings and just sort of like holds it in a way where he doesn't want it close to him.
Yeah.
Kind of like holding it like you
It's-
hold like the bag of cat poop after you scoop the box.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Basically.
Cole, do you want me to take that from you? You okay?
It's fine.
I can
I
take
just
over
don't trust
holding
this
it.
item.
I don't trust it either.
God,
I know that. We know it's cursed, so that contributes to it.
I don't want to forget things. I don't want to forget things. I don't. What if?
Hey, Arya.
Some things are better left forgotten. Sometimes.
Yeah?
Don't beat
Wait,
yourself
wait,
up
wait.
over
I got. Is it
No, but
possible to trace magic?
Wait.
Uh,
Oh, wait.
Well,
Um,
once magic has happened, it's typically already too late. I wish I had seen it. I could have done something. I could have at least tried to stop it.
Can I get like something to write on? Can I get something to
Don't beat
write
yourself
on?
up over it, Arya. I wrote it down.
No. Something for me to write on specifically. I don't know. What if I forget other things? What if I forget like my home and people I know? What if I don't want to forget that. What if I do?
I'm sure your brain will remember what it
No,
needs to remember.
please, I need to remember. I need to remember. I don't care if I forget everything about my past. I just need to remember one thing. So please, I need a piece of paper, something to leave in my bag, something.
Yeah, I'll give you a piece of paper.
Okay.
Ivana kind of reaches into her bag and grabs one out. I imagine she probably has.
Okay, I take the piece of paper. I don't know if I have a pencil or pen or something.
I'll say that you've like. Honestly, I feel like Ivana probably like has some quill and ink on her. I'll allow it.
Yeah,
For the
because she's
purposes of
writing her
this.
book.
So I
She
just
writes
I
her
write
book.
down on like something hard. Remember storm, and then I just put that in my bag.
Aww,
Oh.
that's very sweet.
Oh,
I don't think that your brain is going to forget.
You can,
Basically,
I don't want
as
to.
you write
I
down,
don't-
you're kind of focusing, just trying to like cement every like mental like image of Storm you have in your mind, all the memories you have together, everything in color. And you can feel yourself holding on to it. Doesn't seem like it's going anywhere.
Okay. You just better be safe than sorry. Just.
can we please talk out of character for a second? This also goes into Ivana's thing too. Like I'm like she's probably like having an internal breakdown in the background.
Oh my god, Alphon is having a breakdown. Are you
Oh,
kidding
God.
me? She's just like, holy crap! I don't want to forget everyone. I think I don't want to forget.
Breakdown bonding, hooray! Getting
Oh
over
god,
shared
this is
trauma.
awful. This is terrible.
Yay.
Oh, that's a conversation for you guys to have.
It's good for you to write that down. Just keep that in your pocket or something.
Right.
Keep it close.
I don't want to forget them. Okay, just.
Memory is a fragile thing, so I would. That's probably a good idea. But I think that your brain will remember the things that are important.
I don't know.
That's how. Yeah, I think so. Well, I don't know what to do now. We're still waiting for Matrix to get back. I don't know where she could have
Oh
gone.
boy, look at the time. As
Ivana's the
comes
Matrix caller.
Okay, I'll be 1000% transparent. I'm just giving you guys like as much roleplay time as you like seem to need before I call Matrix back in. If you guys are done, then
Yeah, I think we're done.
I'm just
I feel like
allowing like the narrative some breathing room.
Ivana's like having a little bit of Ivana and Alphon are having breakdowns right now.
Yeah.
As Matrix flies back in, kind of this time like lands on Arya's arm where she actually instructs him to instead of on her head. Just kind of like gives Matrix a scritch. They put their heads together, like Matrix's tiny little head on her forehead.
It's adorable.
They're not on the island anymore.
They teleported away.
What?
They're just not
They
here.
have to leave the island. That's a bummer.
Well,
Oh no.
they have gone.
This is very concerning. They could be anywhere. Anywhere in the entire world.
They might not even be on this world anymore.
Could be anywhere.
What?
Oh god.
There's so many worlds there.
I mean, are you guys familiar with the elemental planes? And the other planes?
Not really.
Not really.
Wait, can I do like a history check or something? Wait, do I know this? Who knows?
Yeah, do some of us know this?
If any of you have proficiency in history or arcana, you can make that respective check. But only if you're proficient.
Hold up, I need.
I'm proficient in Arcana, but I get.
Then you can make an arcana check.
Okay.
No,
Because
I'm not.
proficiency represents training and it represents being well learned for those subjects. So if you are well learned, then I would say there's a chance you know about this.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Oh
yes, who knows
yeah.
about this?
Ooh.
I'll save you the lecture.
Yeah. But
Essentially,
Ivana knows that.
yeah, essentially, there's a bunch of different planes, and they're kind of like alternate universe, not like universes, but like alternate versions of the world that you're in. Like there's the material plane, which is kind of at the center, and then there's like the Feywild, which is like the
Oh
funky,
yeah,
like
yeah. I know.
and
I
then
know
there's the
it.
Shadowfell, which is like the goth, like it's like the goth girl version of like the universe that we're in. But then there's like also the elemental planes, which there's the elemental plane of fire, the elemental plane of water, the elemental plane of earth, and the elemental plane of air. And it's basically just like entire worlds that are dominated specifically by that one element. So, like in the elemental plane of fire, it's just like all desert, everything's on fire all the time, very hot. Elemental plane of earth is just like Minecraft, but there's no surface. Stuff like that. You get the point.
Yeah, we get the point. Yeah, I think I know.
The plane of elemental air does not have ground.
Huh.
So
Yeah.
do not go there if you cannot fly.
Yeah. We know what I think I know what you're talking about.
Well,
Yeah. She
there's
could be
a
anywhere
chance
here.
that they went to a different plane as well.
Yeah.
I
But
don't think
what would
there's
be
any
the
way for
purpose
us
of
to
going
track
to
them.
a plane like that? So
And she took all the kobolds with her?
I think all of
Again, it was
But
a lot
why?
I think it was a lot of kobolds, okay?
She puts her head back up to Matrix's. Matrix didn't see any kobolds. I
At
think they
all?
might have all been there. No,
she
none.
probably took them all.
Even the ones that were like knocked out, like on the ground, they're gone.
What if Kuzma's
What?
gone?
What?
Kuzma?
Wait,
Oh,
yeah,
Kuzma.
but Kuzma.
Oh wait, Kuzma. We should go check on Jasper.
Wait, but
Yeah,
they were talking about leaders. Why would they
Jasper
bring
probably
Kuzma?
went home and then came back the next day, and Kuzma's probably awake at this point. She's even there. So
Wait, oh no, please don't tell me they took the mace.
let's go. What can we run back and try and run back?
All right, running back, I'll say that at a much faster pace this time. It only takes you an hour to get there. You kind of like now that you know your way around and like you've gotten used enough to the swamp. You eventually transition back to the regular forest, and then you transition back to like kind of the open area, and then eventually you get back to town. As you push through the door to the barn, you see a still tied up Kuzma, now being
Kuzma's-
questioned. Now being questioned by Jasper.
Oh, thank God.
Kuzma's still here.
Oh,
So was
thank
it only
God.
the kobolds that were in that hut?
No, it's only the kobolds that weren't Kuzma.
They talked about wanting a new leader, so
Planning.
I guess
And,
that
and
makes sense.
I will say, for the purposes of this, you can still see Kuzma's armor and the mace cast over to the side, same place they were before.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Just to confirm for you guys.
Yeah, okay, good. Hi, Jasper. Sorry to interrupt.
All the kobolds
Jasper,
disappeared.
who's actually been like inches away from Kuzma's face, like trying to be like the bad cop of the situation, like takes a step back, looks at you guys. Well, it took you long enough. Thought you'd come back in.
Sorry.
It's all right. It's
we
at this
left-
point that you can actually see Jasper is like tired. Jasper did not sleep.
You didn't go home? Oh, sorry.
Somebody had to watch her.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We got caught up with something involving. It's a whole crazy.
Do you want to give the play-by-play? We can like fade to black. We don't have to.
Fade to
All right.
black.
And we fade to black, and then we come back. Wow, well that's. It seems like a lot happened while you were out.
Yep.
It
It
was
was a
crazy.
tired
And all the
face.
kobolds are gone. Except for Kuzma, I guess.
Again, they talked about wanting a new leader, so I guess that makes sense. They said that since the old leader.
Kuzma kind of chimes in. You said that. All gone?
They're all gone.
They're all gone.
All of them.
Whatever that
You see like the look of like annoyance and disdain that has become pretty typical of Kuzma at this point, like just melts away into just like despair.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
There is like a fear and a sadness and just like a shame there.
We don't know what to do. They could be anywhere,
I'm
anywhere,
sorry.
and we don't. We ran back as soon as we could, just because we didn't know where else to go. I guess.
I am the only one left.
Kuzma, I'm so sorry. They're all gone. We don't know what happened. Well,
Like hearing your words, Kuzma kind of like collects herself a little bit. I don't need your pity. You can see like there's like Kuzma like after like that moment of kind of like letting it spill out, kind of reins it back in, like put like face back on. There's like returning to like that thought of like trying to contemplate her next move, as she so often seems to.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. We don't know where they are, but I feel like everybody's in danger now because we know
Jasper
for
kind of
sure
like
that
turns back to Kuzma. Well, maybe someone knows where they are.
Do you have any idea?
The
any
Warhammer flames back up.
Okay, let's not resort to violence yet. Okay,
Just calm down.
calm down a bit.
I'm sure
Jasper
that
like removes his death glare from Kuzma and turns back to you. Like kind of looks a little like disappointed and like the hammer flames back down.
Thank you.
God,
Let's.
freaking arguing
Kuzma,
in the background. I'm sorry.
Kuzma, do you have any idea? Do you have any thoughts in your mind at all of where they could be? We want to help find them.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Oh, dang it.
Kuzma does not like you.
It's okay because I have a high persuasion.
Bruh. Please roll low.
Oh my
God.
god.
Please roll a 1.
Imagine.
Oh my god.
Oh.
That's actually that's actually a 21 because of my +4
Oh my
persuasion.
god.
My
You
god.
can't see it, but my face is in my hands right now. This is not what was supposed to happen. You know,
Supposed to do
girl
that.
boss moment. Ivana just had a girl boss moment again. Ivana had a girl boss moment. Let's go. Let's go. Girl boss
Let's
moment.
go.
Yeah.
Kuzma, like, kind of hearing the sincerity in your voice for probably the first time, at least to you, kind of looks up and like with a genuine sincerity in her voice. I think they went ethereal.
Ethereal?
Huh.
The ethereal plane.
Ethereal?
Plane. Oh god. Okay.
Oh, right. I would know this, wouldn't I? Because I
Okay.
did.
You would.
An alternate
The
plane.
ethereal
That's
plane is kind of like
Will's googling. Will's googling.
okay.
Googling.
Well, yeah.
Will's
I'll
googling.
let.
Give him a second.
All right.
We're doing a Google.
I'm gonna mute myself for a second because I'm gonna read this out loud because I can't read quietly.
Understandable.
Well,
So
this
do we
is
just wait for Will or I don't know what
Um,
to do now.
Oh wait, could we have
Oh
a
my
break
god.
maybe?
Okay.
This would probably be a good time to have a little break.
Well, I mean, like we're probably gonna end in like 30 minutes, so
Oh
it's
wait, how long have we
Okay.
got left?
Okay. Okay. I think
it's been 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Oh,
Okay,
okay then, never mind. Jesus.
Okay. Okay, I think I got it. Okay. They went all the way there?
Oh. Far?
Wow. It's first off, it's not in this world. It's somewhere completely different.
Well,
Well, that's not good.
and
It is a completely different realm.
You see
Uh.
you see Kuzma like writhe in like a sudden pain, like slam the back of her head against the pole. Like if her arms were completely tied down, she'd be grabbing her head right.
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh,
Are
are
you
you okay?
alright?
Kuzma like looks back down again, looks back up. What did I just say?
Oh,
Oh,
That
freaking!
You're right. This I'm writing this.
oh
No,
my
tell me
god.
right now.
My book right now.
Tell,
I'm writing this down in my book right now.
Kuzma like gets more aggressive. Like, tell me now. What did
You
I just
said-
say? Where did I say they went?
You said they went to the ethereal plane.
Great to the ethereal
Your
plane.
kobolds.
Kuzma looks genuinely surprised. The ethereal plane?
Yes,
They went to the
Yes.
ethereal plane.
That's what you said.
that's what you said.
That is what
That's
I
what you
just said
said.
right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh god.
I hate that freaking hag.
Gods.
Oh my
I
god.
hate this hag so
I
much.
hate this hag.
I'm going to kill this hag.
God, out of character, I literally threw my phone across the room.
Oh my god.
God, don't break your phone, please.
Don't throw your phone, please.
It's fine. My floor is carpeted. It was
Please.
fixed. Let me grab it. But I actually threw it across the room.
Oh my god. This
Jeez.
is. I'm writing. Ivana like grabs out her notebook and quickly jots this down because she does not want to forget.
Yeah, you're right. For the
Oh
purpose
my
of this, if you want, we can just
God.
assume Ivana is like transcribing the entire conversation.
Just as quick as possible.
Yeah.
yeah.
There's like a bajillion mistakes.
Oh my god.
I don't want to forget.
Ivana, don't talk to the witch. Because then you might
Can't
self-doubt your own writing.
I can't forget that there's things like this again. Oh my god. Okay. I wrote it down. We're okay. We're fine. Now it's written down so we won't forget.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway,
Okay.
the ethereal plane. The ethereal plane. I don't even know how we would even get there. Nevertheless, save all the kobolds. It's just completely in a different realm than our own.
Kuzma like kind of like looks back up again, just kind of grappling like the surprise of like they're on the ethereal plane. Like still surprised by it. I don't think you can.
Yeah, I don't think that's even possible from what I know. It's I don't think that that's somewhere we could physically even be. So, without like incredibly dying a horrible death or
Oh my
even
god.
couldn't even find a way to get there.
She took me there.
Who?
Why did she take me there?
What?
There was a reason.
She
What?
I'm jotting this down as fast as
Jot
possible.
it down. Jot it down.
Yeah. Kuzma like again flinches in pain and like slams her head against the back of the post. Like actually like you can see her like actively fighting it this time. Like she slams her head multiple times to try and like keep focus.
Took you there. Took you there.
She took you there.
Took you
Who
there.
was she? Was it the hag?
The hag took you
What?
there.
Who? What the frick?
The hag
She
took
looks up. She looks up again. Who?
I am going to give me something.
hag-
Someone
hag
give
took
me
you
like
to
a
the
piece
ethereal-
of wood or something
the
so
hag
I
took
can
you to the
stab it.
ethereal plane because of your kobolds. The kobolds are gone, and the hag took you to the ethereal plane.
Who's the hag?
It's the thing that thing that took your kobold, that took your people. I feel like at this Ivana
Thing that
like
keeps
puts her
messing
head
with
down
you.
to her head, kind of like in a panic. And she like kind of looks at the bridge. It's incredibly comfortable. the hag that took the kobolds sent you to the ethereal plane. That's what you just told us, but then some sort of magic came over you and you hit your head on the pole, and then now you
Wait.
don't remember.
Is Korak okay?
All of them are gone.
Korak is your is that your friend?
Who's Korak?
The,
I
the,
don't
the
know.
leader of the kobolds. Korak.
Kuzma.
I'm second in
No!
command.
No! No!
What?
No, she
No.
forgot every.
Uh,
Oh god, no.
What?
She forgot so much.
Kuzma.
Kuzma, he's dead. He's been
Kuzma,
dead.
No.
No.
No, that's the
Kuzma,
hero. That's the hero. That's the hero. No, wait, no. The skeleton is the hero. Who?
He's been dead.
Yeah,
I'm
but
sorry.
the old leader also died.
Yeah, that's
I-
true.
Kuzma, I'm sorry to say, but he's not here anymore.
Oh
Eh,
my god.
He's gone. He's dead.
He's been gone. What? Can we step outside for a second? I don't want to do this.
I
right
want
now.
a second. I need a second or something.
Yeah, I
Whoa.
think that we need a second. This is at least we got information.
Kuzma, if you could mind, we're going to step out for a second or two.
Oh
be-
my god.
Please don't strain yourself.
Don't.
Alright.
Just wait here
We'll
and
tell you everything.
don't
Yes.
do anything right now, please.
Is,
Okay.
So the group kind of like walked outside, right? I imagine.
Yeah, you walk outside.
Yeah.
Question: Are you taking Jasper with you, or are you gonna have Jasper stay inside?
I imagine. I don't know. I think that someone needs to watch Kuzma. So we don't.
Yeah.
But Jasper's really tired, so I kind of don't want to leave him there at the same time.
I will say Jasper does like actively volunteer to continue watching Kuzma.
Oh, okay. We'll be back in a second, Jasper.
All right,
Um,
I'm just gonna stay
Mhm.
here with her.
If you could make sure she doesn't do any more harm to herself,
Yeah, that would be good.
please.
Yeah.
God, this is so awful.
I do not like this, no.
Oh my god,
We're dealing with some real gaslighting here.
this is terrible.
Hag! She just like erased so much memory. How?
How did she?
I'm so scared.
Very powerful hag.
God
so
knows how
scared.
many years, how long that, how many memories.
How old even is Kuzma?
We don't know.
How long has Kuzma been in power? How long since the old leader?
How
We have
long?
no idea.
How many memories were destroyed?
How how different? How different is Kuzma gonna be?
I don't know.
What if it?
Can't
Oh god,
let this keep
oh god,
happening.
it's going.
This
Ugh.
is whatever we're dealing with. It's too powerful for us to deal with on our own. Is
Oh my
is
God.
Arya still with us, or did she?
Arya's there, but is just like doesn't have anything to say. I mean, like, what is there to add to this situation?
Oh my
Yeah.
God, what are we going to do?
There isn't any way.
I
for
don't
us
know
to-
if we can do
I
anything.
don't.
There isn't any way for us to go to the ethereal plane. It's just not possible. Maybe she'll come back. Maybe she'll come back. And when she does, we need to be ready. But
We need to get rid of her.
we
Goddamn
How is that
hag.
Yeah.
I don't want to be anywhere near her,
Mm.
honestly.
She cannot be kept alive. There's
Oh
there's no
God.
way, there's no way we can let someone like that run free.
I agree with you. There's no way that something as awful as that should be able to wander the earth.
Especially now that she might have a little kobold army at her disposal.
I think the kobolds are the least of our worries.
It's not. The kobolds are
I've
definitely.
I've been studying magic for most of my life, and I have never seen something like that.
I think I've seen something like this, but never from something as little as a hag.
Why kobold?
Are we even sure she is a hag?
True.
Her
We
description.
don't know.
seems
We're
like
just
Just
going
care
off
that
assumptions.
her appearance seems to be of a hag, but even then, that's incredibly a very loose explanation. We don't know. This mighty seems too powerful to be a hag.
Hell, I don't. Come on,
I've killed a hag before. This is not. I mean, like, from what you've said, some of the base traits are there. I mean, like, strange appearance, large hunch, minus
right.
spellcasting ability,
weird
but
things with the
hags,
fingers. Weird things with the.
hag, well, hags don't even have the finger thing. That's not normal. Even I mean, all of this spellcasting ability that was just displayed in the past couple hours is not is what the hags that I have fought, they could do nothing compared to that. Hags are not innate casters. They can cast a few minuscule spells, like just like only cantrips and nothing else. Even when they work together, they have only a spellcasting ability that roughly equates to my own, maybe a little bit stronger. But this is far beyond what I've seen.
This reminds me of something I've seen, but definitely nothing like this. I've never seen anything like this, but I've seen something similar, and that couldn't be a hag. You're right. I don't know what that thing is, but it's definitely not a hag. It's something that's so powerful it could be even rival whatever created Bongo. Maybe a little bit less than that, but I don't know.
Okay.
This
In,
is
in kind of this moment of silence, you actually hear Jasper. Guys, you might want to come in here.
Huh?
Oh God. Oh God.
No.
Okay.
No. Okay. We just run in. Just run in. What's going
Yeah.
on?
All right, coming back in, you see Jasper, who's just there's no words. He's just like surprised and like confused and scared. And as you look across the room, you see Kuzma, but the scowl that you're like used to from Kuzma is just completely missing. In its place is a friendly smile.
No, I want to snow.
And
Oh
just
no.
Ah, no, this is so wrong.
seems confused that they're tied up, but happy to be here.
No.
Hello,
What?
Kuzma.
Kuzma.
Cole kind of walks
Hi.
up to Kuzma,
No!
but sort of just like in a sort of defensive mode, like still confused, like trying to be nice, but at the same time being cautious.
As you get closer, you can see actually like the tail starts wagging a little bit.
Oh my God!
Oh.
Hi.
Kuzma?
No, frick out. Frick you.
Can you untie me,
Hi.
please? My wrists hurt.
I hate everything.
Oh,
I
okay.
hate everything.
Cole very cautiously unties Kuzma and backs up just a bit.
Kuzma just like just kind of like feels up the wrist, kind of like shakes the hands a little bit. Oh, that's nice. Actually, like licks the the rope marks a little bit.
Oh man.
I
Uh,
swear.
Thank you.
Do you know who we are? Do you recognize any of us?
Kuzma like just gets a little bit closer, squints a little bit, takes a good long look. No.
Oh, I hate everything.
Oh,
Tell us about yourself.
Hi.
yeah. What's your name?
Hi.
If you can remember that.
You called me Kuzma, right?
No,
Yeah.
no,
Yes,
yes, but also,
No,
what is your
no, no.
name?
Is that your
Yeah,
name?
Well,
but what is your name?
if you called me Kuzma, then I guess I'm Kuzma.
No, that's not always
That's
the
not.
case with names.
It's not always the case.
Was
I'm
that a
gonna like
nickname?
walk over. I'm gonna
So
walk over next to
Is,
it could
Cole.
what
be a
is it?
nickname,
Is
yes.
it a nickname? What is your name?
So
I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna
what's
walk
your
over
name?
next.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm gonna walk over next to Cole to. Yeah.
Hi.
Oh my god.
Why do you look so nervous?
Can you
I.
no, nothing. But do you
Nothing.
remember your name? Yes, we called you Kuzma, but that could just be a nickname or something else.
Yeah. Do you remember your name?
Kuzma like puts like hand to the chin, starts like scratching
Oh
the
no.
the like beard that isn't there.
Yeah.
Twins. Just really thinking hard.
Oh god.
No.
Oh god.
No?
No.
No. Cole's on the verge of an anxiety attack at this point.
Oh my god.
Cole, it's okay.
No.
I am going to stab that hag.
Can I put my hand on Cole's shoulder and just like, hey, it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
No,
We'll be
it's
fine.
not. It's not
I
fine.
know it's not fine, but
Kuzma like
What
gets a
if
little
it
bit
happens
closer.
to you? Or Alphon? Or
Okay.
any of us?
You
I don't
okay?
want
What's
it
gonna
to happen
happen
to
then?
me. But we can't do anything about it.
What if it
Your
happens
life
to
is good.
Alphon? She's already lost some of her memory.
I know, but
We
there's
can't let that happen.
I can't. If you lose memory, you can always get them back. I've done it before.
Oh, not
But
always.
Oh.
sometimes you can get them back. At this point, panicking isn't going to get us anywhere. Oh, come on. It's okay. Please calm down. Please.
I'll try.
I'm just gonna like hug. I want to give him a hug. I give Cole a hug.
Okay. As you're giving the hug, you actually feel a pair of slightly scaly arms wrap around kind of like your waist area, which is the highest Kuzma can reach.
Aww.
Kind of joining in the group hug.
Hi,
Oh,
Kuzma.
no.
Hi. What's your name?
Oh,
Oh my god.
I'm Ivana,
Hi,
and this is
Yvonne.
Cole.
You're pretty.
Thank you.
Oh my
I'm
god.
nowhere.
I'm gonna
Hi.
give it Kuzma a pat on
I
the
know
head.
where. You look weird.
Wow.
I'm Doc.
Well, it's nice.
Hi.
Hi. Your head looks like a bird.
Oh.
It does. Good job.
And I would like to point out, it's at this point that you realize that Kuzma right now is talking with her natural voice. The voice you heard before was Kuzma intentionally making her own voice deeper and gruffer.
Oh.
Aww.
Oh God.
Oh, I wanna. Kuzma's so cute.
I give Kuzma the
Don't.
But I'm
Yes,
also
cry.
scared. I'm terrified. I'm like
I have the
trying
most
to cope.
feelings on Kuzma. God damn it.
I did not think I would have
Cole's
sympathy for
trying his
Kuzma.
best.
I did not think I would have sympathy because like it's.
Now
I-
I'd like to point out there's a imagine if you guys had let Jasper kill her.
Yeah.
Oh no. Thank God I had such good persuasion. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
God,
Good for you, man.
Oh, mine was on it today. Let's go.
Can I give Kuzma
Let's go.
cheese?
Oh yeah,
Do
because
you just
kobolds
like
don't
walk
have
up with cheese?
Yes, I have some cheese left.
What's that? Looks weird.
Aw.
It's cheese, it's food, it's yummy. I
Oh.
made it. Would you like some?
Oh, it's almost as weird as you. That makes sense.
Oh
Sure.
my God. Almost,
Ivana
almost
pulled up and
does.
hiding for a while. I feel like Ivana kind of lets him go.
Yeah. Kuzma like walks over and like eerily reminiscent to a certain other pair of kobolds that you fed cheese
Oh.
to, kind of like walks up like
God,
a raccoon taking
no.
food.
This is awful.
Like
This is
walks up like a
awful.
raccoon
Cinder,
taking
how
food and
dare you
grabs it
make
with
me
its
feel
foot. Yeah.
things? How
And
dare
then,
you
like,
make me
grabs
feel
it
this
and-
way?
I'm so close to crying. Oh
I'm
my
so,
God.
I am
I
literally
don't
about to
cry.
start bawling.
What session is this?
This
This
is,
is session
I don't know,
Welcome to
6?
six,
session
and you're
6,
already making us
baby.
cry.
Oh my God.
I have so many things I need to draw afterwards. I
You
swear
need
to
to
God.
draw
Aw.
so many stuff.
I need to draw so much angsty stuff, but also really cute Kuzma.
Oh,
Anyway,
Oh my God.
I think
Kuzma takes the cheese and just like absolutely tears through it. You get the idea that like Kuzma took that first bite and then didn't realize how hungry they were until that exact moment,
and then they just
Oh.
and just like devours the whole thing. Like leaves a couple crumbs on the ground and like little crumbs on the face, but that's it. Wow,
Okay, okay.
tastes
You got a
weird
couple-
too.
You got a couple of crumbs in your face, Kuzma.
Oh, do I? Like kind of scratches the face and then like pulls off the crumbs and like puts them in the mouth.
Aww.
also, I would like to say Cole's feeling a bit better after the sweet and wholesome interaction. He's feeling a bit
Yeah.
better now.
I'm like, this is they had a little bit of wholesomeness there. Okay, so
Okay. So, what do we do?
I don't know what we can do, but
I don't know.
even we have Kuzma now, and Kuzma is here.
Is she really Kuzma though? Like I get no, she is Kuzma, but like without the memories, is she really, the Kuzma that we? She's not the Kuzma that we know.
No.
That's what I'm trying to get at.
Kuzma, who like at this point had like already started to like wander off and like look at other stuff, was like messing around with the rope that had like tied her up earlier. Like turns back. Kuzma sounds weird.
Do you want a different name?
Do you want to change it?
We can call you whatever you want to be called.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to think right. You don't need to think of one
You
right
don't need
now.
to. You don't need to come up with it right now, but
It
just
doesn't need to be right now.
You're free to tell us whenever you come up with one.
Okay.
Oh God, I don't know how to feel about this.
yeah.
And Jasper like kind of comes back up. I don't know what happened. She just closed her eyes and like calmly put her head against the back of the post and then opened her eyes again, and this is what came back.
I think that whatever that thing is, it took the rest of it. Those memories.
She doesn't even remember her name.
No, she doesn't.
Oh my God.
Whatever this thing is, we need to find it and we need to kill it. Something like that should not be wandering around. This thing is strong enough to
Goddamn heck.
even have. This thing is the second most powerful thing I've ever seen in my life when it
Second.
comes to magic, which is a lot of me to say.
Oh my god, I don't know how to feel about this.
I think that we should, like, sit down and think of a plan. Any plan. I don't know. Something.
We need to take a rest.
Yeah. I think that Cole's right.
Yeah, it's so early in the morning, but somehow I feel so tired after all this.
Yeah,
This is not how I expected the day to go.
me either. But I'm honestly exhausted, even though it's early morning. I just,
Yeah.
this is crazy.
Conflicted on whether to go get a cup of coffee or just go back to sleep.
Yeah. I think we all should just sit down, relax, and we'll think of something.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. Does that sound good to everyone else?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Take a mental break for now.
I think I need to write a letter to someone.
That's a good idea.
Okay.
I think
I
I
don't know.
will reread my book and just go take a seat.
I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I might look around.
Maybe. That sounds okay to me. Are we? I'm out of character here. Are we done?
Yeah.
I was waiting for everyone to do their last thing. As you all kind of sit down and prepare for whatever comes next, Kuzma, or I guess the kobold at this point, runs back up. I thought of one, clapping her hands together.
Oh,
Yeah.
How
oh,
about
what is it?
Korak?
Korak.
And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
All right. Cool.
Who is Cora?
How could you do this to me? Ash.
Do you remember who Korak is?
Korak.
Yeah, that was
No.
that was the other. Was that the other leader?
Maybe.
It was the other leader. I'm going to.
Yeah.
Cinder, how dare you make us feel this?
I'm going to go lay down on my bed.
I love Dungeons and Dragons.
Right.
I'm gonna hang out with a friend. I'm gonna hang out with a friend after this and be like so bothered because my DM made me emotional.
Yes, this is.
How dare you?
I'm so proud of myself.
Oh, good.
Man, I lied through my teeth. I said I hadn't prepared anything for this session, and you all
You
bought it.
fucking asshole.
Line and sinker, baby. I destroy you.
This
God.
session was just like packed with stuff. This felt like 2 sessions in
This
one.
it felt like so long. So long,
so
but it was
ready for
only
it.
it was like
It was
we
3
now
hours.
just hit the 3-hour mark.
Yeah, it was just
Like 3 more minutes and then boom, that's 3 hours. Holy crap.
yeah.
Well, 2.
God,
I'm so proud of myself.
I can't believe this. I can't believe
Oh, you better believe it, baby.
This like went into so many of our backstories too. And I hate
I
that.
know. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I didn't have this all planned out immediately. Like right when everything started, this went in a very different direction than I expected. But like, when I was planning for this session, everything came together so perfectly.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
So good. I could not have asked for anything to have gone better.
This is awesome. Actually.
What did you guys think? You got like the great roleplay. You got like the fake out combat, like the stuff with the hag. I mean, like, what do you guys think of New Kuzma?
I don't know
Sorry.
how to feel.
I'm sad.
How her
I
so
don't know how to
much.
feel.
I can't blame
She
her
didn't
because it's not
deserve
her
this.
fault.
Yeah.
But like,
I'm gonna
also, I
miss
feel
her
so
because, I'm
sad.
like, I'm gonna kind of miss Kuzma because Kuzma was awesome as a character. I still
Unless,
feel really bad.
unless we somehow bring the memories back, she's gonna stay that way.
Yeah.
I want to
This
cry.
is
I'm going
fucked up.
like literally the whole gaslighting part. That was such
Whoa,
Oh yeah, that was scary.
that
that was
Can
good.
I just
That
I
like
like
say
that.
something I was really
I
scared of?
started like role playing too because
I
I
was like-
realized that reminded me of Ivana's backstory, so I just
Oh,
like
this was intended to pull some heartstrings with Ivana.
Okay, can I just say
Yeah.
That
like
was very
I was
intentional.
really
Because that's exactly like the same thing that happened. I don't want to say too much, but like
but that's
that's
exactly what
that is
happened to her.
eerily reminiscent to something in your backstory.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's similar to
Okay,
something that
so the
happened.
title,
She
okay,
even said that
episode
herself.
title has to do something with
Episode
memories. Memories.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was it just has
Memories.
to be.
Okay, well, my first thought is just a burning memory because,
Oh
like,
my
Oh, don't even dare!
come on.
Don't
That's
do that.
awesome title.
Don't do
though.
that.
I
Wait,
like
wait,
that
yeah,
actually,
oh my
just a
God.
burning memory.
That works with the
Yeah,
the
it's
whole.
actually a really good title.
Because
I just came
one,
up with that on
actually,
the spot.
Jasper, two,
It
the green
works with
I
fire.
keep
the
forgetting
green
to
fire.
ask.
Yeah, it works with the green fire as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting to ask, and I want to know. So I have some friends in my band who I kind of tell about the D&D campaign, but they want to watch the videos. Is it okay if I share with them?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I
Fine,
think
With
it's
my
fine.
consent.
Okay,
I
I'll send it to
apologize
I mean,
in
like,
advance for
and
the
another-
I
audio.
shared it with Nar, so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I shared it with a couple of my friends.
Yeah, because the two.
I mean, like, the
friends
entire reason we have these
really want
episode
to
links
watch
is so that we can share it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We've all already like consented to like sharing these with people.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, we could just make the YouTube link public if you like. I don't really care.
Should I?
That would be.
I mean,
I
we could see if anything happens. Probably nothing will happen, but you know, we could.
Yeah. I'll do that right now. I'll
Yeah.
just set them all to public.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get 6 notifications because I am subscribed.
Yo,
Oh yeah. Oh boy.
yo, subscribe.
Oh yeah, I should probably subscribe to.
Yeah, me too. I
Subscribe to Spud
I like
D4.
the
Oh,
episodes.
I got
Yep,
subscribers,
subscribe.
boys.
You get
Episode links.
subscribers. There you go.
Yeah.
But
Are we going with just the burning memory? Is
Yeah,
that
just
our
the burning
definitive answer?
memory.
Yeah,
It
we're going
fits
with burning
really
memory.
well.
By the way, I need you guys to get on me about writing these session summaries because I have just not been doing it.
Yeah.
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 You.
Oh
It's
my
valid. I
god.
haven't written my
It's so...
backstory yet, so.
This is true. The thing is,
I-
like, I wanted
I
to
did
do
hint.
somewhere, but I kind of just can't because, like, there's nothing there for me to do.
I can't. Oh my god. I'm still like, oh. Like the whole freaking. Oh, god. I'm sorry.
This was.
I'm still
God.
thinking about the whole.
Imagine relating to Kuzma.
Bro, that's what no, that's because my character relates to Kuzma so hard right now, and I hate it.
Oh, God.
And you
Why-
can't even talk to Kuzma about it because Kuzma's not there, baby.
Yeah,
How many people?
like Ivana wouldn't want to talk about it with anybody else, so she's just like dying internally.
Alpha does not have memory problems, but definitely does
I'm-
not want to forget things.
I'm so proud because now, like, I've really put you in a position where you have to question literally everything that's happened so far.
I know.
God, if Cole forgets to take care of his chikkuns, he's gonna.
If oh my
Oh,
god,
no.
Cinder,
No.
if you make Alphon forget about Storm, I will
And
stab
another
you.
thing.
Please,
Because-
like, holy crap!
If he forgets
Don't
about
you
another thing,
dare.
Oh
my
God.
everyone's so scared
Don't
of
you
losing their
dare.
memories.
Oh boy.
I'm kind of
Cole's
thinking like
scared
Doc
about
would probably
too.
be fine with
forgetting
forgetting.
what he's supposed to do. Oh God.
I feel like if Doc
Yeah.
forgot everything, then he would just like take off the mask and everyone would be like, "Nope, put it back on. Nope."
It's
Yeah,
cursed.
back
Honestly,
back.
I
Everyone like
know.
closes their
Also,
eyes.
what
and
did the tea do? What did the tea do?
I
You know what? I
love
just
like the
realized if-
tremendous amount of respect that everyone has for Doc and the mask. Like everyone's just like 1000%
Yeah.
cool with it.
Mhm.
In fact, you like actively defend him when like stuff happens.
Also, what
Anyway,
did the
bye
tea
Moose
do?
if you have to go.
Oh yeah.
Bye.
Bye, Moose.
Bye, Moose.
What did the tea do?
I just.
As far as you're aware,
You're not
nothing.
gonna tell us, are you?
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't gotta tell you anything.
I have
Dog,
so
I'm
much
so
stuff I
I
need.
just realized if Cole forgot his memories, would he reveal himself as a changeling? Cause he.
Oh,
I mean, I don't.
Forgot
Would
that
he?
he's
Would he like
supposed to
not
look like
remember
an elf?
his design?
Okay,
his
to be
body?
fair, I imagine that Cole has lived under like, you know, the elven
Yeah.
alias for so long, like you would have to go really far back for that to happen.
Yeah,
Like, if
probably.
you made him forget everything,
Like
then
by the time
probably...
by the time Cole forgets like the elven alias, at that point Cole is no longer Cole.
Oh
Cole is
my
just, like,
God!
Oh.
Oh my God!
It-
Please,
it-
In the same way that like Kuzma is no longer Kuzma, you would have to get
Yeah.
to that level.
Oh my god.
I want. Holy crap! This session's gonna break me.
Session was
Oh,
This session kind of
You've got a
broke
whole
me a
week to
bit.
think
This
about
session-
it, baby.
Oh
This
my
session
Oh my
almost goddamn
God.
broke me.
It
This
pretty
Oh.
much
made
did.
me cry, genuinely.
God.
god. Are you okay,
Oh.
boy?
Yeah, fine.
I wanted to hug you
I
in
got
real
a
life,
bit
and that's
too
why I
into
had Ivana
character.
hug Cole.
I
Yeah,
think we
I
all need
literally
to
I got
hug
a bit
after
too into
that.
character with
Yeah.
the anxiety attack part, and then we just realized that Kuzma isn't Kuzma anymore. So I'm close to crying.
Oh,
God.
I'm sorry. Well, I'm not sorry,
It's
but I
fine.
feel sad that you're.
God
Dick,
damn
you
you.
were a
Shut up.
Fuck
dick.
you.
Hold on, I need to get something. I need to get something.
Uh,
Oh my God.
There's
I'm
gonna
not
be
gonna
so much
lie.
good
I had
content
like
here.
I'm not gonna lie. I had like a novel idea with the same concept, but I thought it would be more fun in D&D.
Oh,
is
it's
awful.
such a cool. I love this so much, but God, I hate you.
It's so good, but I hate you so much. Oh my God.
Oh,
You're
God.
evil, but I love it.
You're
Thank
evil
you.
in the
Thank
best
you.
way possible.
I guess you could call
You
me a
really said-
magnificent bastard.
You are a bastard. You literally said that I prepared nothing, so you know. And I'm like, oh, okay. It's just gonna
You're
like,
just
you know,
expecting
maybe
nothing.
it's
I
a-
lie through my teeth, baby.
Oh my god.
And you all remember what they took from you. Oh,
Oh my god. You know what's funny? I feel like the energy of this session was so weird. Like at first it was kind of like us being serious, and then we had a little time where we were a little bit goofy, and then we had a serious moment at the end.
I think the
know.
pacing was really excellent for this session. Yeah, everything kind of came together.
Yeah, I love
We had like
that.
our goofy moments, like Alphon jumping on Doc's shoulders, or like Cole catching a frog for
Favorite
Ivana.
guys.
Yeah,
Yeah. But then there's like Kuzma losing all of their memories, and like
And then like
having a
like
panic
like
It's
you,
attack.
like the
Einstein
first
drawing
part
it
was just
onto
like
my mind.
first part was like convincing, and then boom, that's cool. Then it went from like kind of goofy more
yeah.
and then
Okay,
it went to
can I
like
just
wholesome with the
say-
frog.
Can I just say I
The
feel
frog
like
moment was so
the
cute.
saddest part that you're not like that you guys aren't picking up on is like Kuzma recognized what was happening. Kuzma knew what was about to happen. Kuzma fought back and lost.
Yeah. Okay, can I just like say I want to mention what I thought was going to happen with Kuzma losing the memories. I was really scared that Kuzma was going to just gradually hit their head harder and harder until they just died.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought they were gonna
Really
do that
scared it was
too.
gonna end with death there. I was really terrified.
I
that
thought
was
that would've
what they were
been
gonna do is that they just keep
interesting.
on
There's a reason
ramming
why
their
Cole
head
said,
until they
"Don't
start to
do
bleed
anything."
out.
Sorry, what did you say,
Cole-
Void?
There's a reason why he said, "Don't do anything," and
Yeah.
said
Don't
to
strain
Jasper, "Make
yourself.
sure she doesn't do anything."
Don't
Yeah, like-
strain yourself. Yeah.
Cole, yeah.
Yeah. I
Mhm.
noticed that.
Just-
And I was like, that's a good
Yeah.
advice, because if you hit your head too hard, you will probably
Yeah.
perish.
I will say there was one sad thing that I didn't get to do this episode that I'm sad about.
Oh, really?
But like when you guys walked out of the barn warehouse deal, it was intended like you were intended to like see like the memories leave Kuzma. I was fully prepared to like roleplay this whole thing of like Kuzma being tied up to the pole and like shouting and screaming, trying to like say things that are important to Kuzma as like they fade away.
No, I'm kind of.
But when you guys
We
walked
love
out, I was like, well, yeah, like you spent enough time outside that I was like, well, it would have already happened, so you wouldn't get to see it.
Yeah, Ivana
Oh, that
and
would've been
everyone
really-
in the party was having like a full-on like, anxiety
Yeah.
attack.
I'm
They
not
needed to
gonna
see
lie.
that.
I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna have Kuzma like start crying during it.
Please, that would
So
have
terrified
made
of
me
me.
start crying. That would have made me start
I'm going
crying.
to murder
I'm
you.
glad,
I'm going to. Oh.
I'm glad we didn't have to witness that, honestly, because I think I would have cried. Remember?
Man, I was this close to drawing
what they took
tears.
from you? Remember what they took from you? I just saw that posted.
Remember what they took
Okay,
from
we
you.
have to like.
Spud, you're evil.
What do we even do? What
Rest
do we
in
even
peace,
do?
Kuzma.
Do we tell her what her backstory was, or do we like just what?
That's up to you. Kuzma
We don't
is.
know
I mean, like,
happier.
for all intents and purposes, Kuzma is an empty slate
The
right
thing
now.
is, we don't know everything about Kuzma. We only know what we interacted with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't know her history. We don't know her connections. We don't know anything.
No,
Yeah.
she
It would
had
only be
Mako. The kobold.
Miko.
Miko, freaking
Miko
yeah,
and Yak.
Miko. I'm sorry, I have crappy memory just like the campaign apparently. Miko and yeah.
So our 4 relevant kobolds right now are Kuzma, Miko. I'm just writing this down for like name spelling situation. And Corley. These are our 4.
Cora.
I am going to.
Korak was. It was so sad when Kuzma was like, "Oh, where's Korak? Is Korak okay?" And then like Ivana just
hurt
went,
my soul.
"Korak's dead." Just like out the
I
back.
sat there like, oh my god.
Cole
I
was
was
gonna
very
try
interested to
and
see how you guys would
break the
react to the
news
name drop.
calmly, but then Ivana just went out and said it.
She was like not okay. She just went, "He's dead." She
It
did not
reminds me.
hesitate. There was
Oh,
no
that actually
hesitation.
reminds me of something funny where it's like, okay, we gotta break the news that his dog died gently. It's just like, hey, mom, dad, where's my dog? He's dead to me. What's that like?
Exactly the same energy as
It's
Ivana.
exactly the same energy.
Beautiful, really.
Yeah.
Oh
A
god.
masterpiece.
Masterpiece of roleplay.
I'm
Because the thing is, even then, I felt like Ivana's response was like completely in character because she was too preoccupied with her own trauma to really like think about that.
Yeah, I got completely into character there. I'm gonna be honest with you, because I knew I was actually freaking out because I was like, oh god, this is way too close to home. This is way too close to home for Ivana. Ivana even like mentions little bits about her backstory during that whole interaction.
Yeah.
Which I thought was a very good touch.
I'm gonna have to re-listen to that then.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah. I
I'm
dropped
gonna.
little bits about her for a little bit.
I
Sorry
dropped a bit about
like,
Cole's
throw it into
backstory
your...
in the beginning.
Hello, nowhere.
Yeah, we got a little. I think like Ivana and like the rest of the party has kind of been dropping little hints about their backstory, which is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Oh
And
god.
then there's nowhere in the corner.
And there's nowhere.
Nowhere.
There's nowhere.
And there's nowhere.
Real.
Nowhere.
Yeah, we really got to sit down and do that. There's.
I know. I'm gonna get it done tonight. I just.
Okay.
Well,
And then,
I'd like to do it with you, but I'm
Oh,
going to
okay.
bed soon.
Yeah,
So-
whenever it works for you.
Whatever
I'm
we
gonna
can get
stop
together.
recording because I keep on recording because I can't find a
All
good
right.
place to end.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.